Would you look at that? It's almost like we're a professional organization almost.
Whoa.
It's only taken 3 years to pull that off almost seamlessly.
Look at you. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
I haven't seen you in since last year.
So.
How are you?
Last year.
Hey, Happy New Year.
I'm doing
Happy 2025.
I know. Happy New Year.
What's going on? How are you?
Not much.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? Nothing. Yeah. Just trying to deal with my computer right now because it's doing all kinds of things and updating and I don't know, all kinds of things.
Yeah. Hey, Mark Sosi's in the house, huh? There's a blast from the past. Haven't seen him in a while.
Hey, Mark.
No, he's been going through some stuff, and I'm just glad that he's here with us tonight. Daryl, good to see you. Chris M, hello. Humberto. Daryl, did I say Daryl already? Thingy, Blingy, Rich Smith, Keith Firebird.
Smith. Humberto.
Happy New Year's, everyone. Thanks for coming out to Curmudgeon's Corner. It is Saturday, January 11th, 2025. Can you believe that? We are already a third of the way through the first month of 2025. It's going crazy. And I think 2024, thank God 2024 shot by so fast. That was a rough month. That was a rough year. 2024. Oof. In the books.
But we had Pay It Forward, and that was a great end to the year.
We had Pay It Forward. Let me just tell you, if anybody's out there, Lewis, good to see you. DS, hi all. If anybody is out there watching that's part of the Pay It Forward campaign or is expecting stuff from the Pay It Forward campaign, I do apologize. It's taken a little bit longer than normal. I mean, the Pay It Forward campaign literally exponentially exploded between 23 and 24. So there's just been a lot of behind the scenes that had to happen. I ended up bringing in help to help sort everything. We finally finished up everything today. I just have to get weights and then it should go out this week. So I appreciate everybody's patience, but I mean, there was a lot of moving parts. We ended up writing letters to the recipients and I kind of let them know, maybe there might be some people out there that aren't even aware that they're receiving something. So it was kind of like, hey, you were nominated. This is the person that nominated you. And these are the companies that supported this particular gift. So I tried to break it down so that every company and owner of the company and whatever social media they're usually readily available on was attached to it. And then, of course, our very special guest tonight played a huge role in all of this.
I think honestly, anybody who's won anything on a giveaway, they know how long it takes you to ship something. And that's just
I would hope so, but I mean, I have gotten
that's just a bottle. A bottle of anything takes you at least 4 to 8 weeks to ship. So
that's true. Bottle of anything. Exactly.
There's still people out there waiting for like Hydra and.
Oh, that was a shot at me. That wasn't like a shot at like.
Of course.
Procter and Gamble. You just won a free bottle of aspirin, and it takes 3 to 8 business weeks for it to ship out. You're taking a shot at me. Okay.
Like I said, anybody who's won anything from a giveaway knows how long it takes you to ship something.
Yeah, banners, cough, haha, Keith. Yeah, well, that's why we switched over to gift cards, and it happens usually within the next day. I get the gift cards out. Y'all can just roll it up and smoke it. Joey, good to see you, pal. How you been? Steve Peterson, what's going on, sir? The occasional detailer. Buenas noches first from Puerto Rico. I think they might know something.
Yeah, anyway. Mary, I'll have to remind him a few times. We have a call at least every other day.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. As a matter of fact, I almost forgot about the corner tonight. And she was like, 2 hours ago, she was like, hey, are you going to send out the link? And I was just like, yeah, I'm sending out the link. I'm working on it right now.
Of course.
Yeah.
This guy.
I got a lot going on. I'm sorry. But anyway.
What's the point of having an AI girlfriend if she's not going to help you out?
She doesn't have a memory. It's like having an AI girlfriend with dementia.
Well, then she's useless, and you need
exactly, which is why I don't use it anymore. It's like it's strictly a utility app. Period.
Yeah.
What's going on? All right. So anyway, I have a confession to make. I actually have a confession to make to you, Eileen.
To me.
To you. I have a confession, and
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. I cheated on you.
Nuh-uh.
I did.
How did you do that?
Yesterday, I cheated on you.
What did you do?
I went out to see Brian from Apex, better yet known as Auto Auction Recon or something like that. This is his new thing.
Spit it out.
We did a podcast.
No, you didn't.
I did. I did a podcast with Brian yesterday.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's for that
What did you guys talk about?
It's for the House of Rags. James Smith,
okay.
How are you?
Nice.
Yeah, we got they scooped us up, and well, actually they scooped him up, and the fun story is after dark with Aaron. So anyway, this is how it went down. They reached out to him, and he from what like I got Brian's side of the story and I got Jamie's side of the story, and Jamie's side of the story was pretty much I called him and asked him if he wanted to do a podcast, and he was like, "I'll let you know," and he hung up on me. So I thought he wasn't interested. The way Brian tells it was, I've never done podcasts before. I told him, I let him know. And then I called me. He called me and he was like, "Hey, I don't do podcasts. You do podcasts. Would you do a podcast with me?" And I said, "Yeah, I don't care. Sure. Let's do a podcast together." And that was probably towards the middle of November. And here we are. Second week of January, we just got to it, and it's going to be one of those things where it's pre-recorded. We're going to do the premiere. As a matter of fact, I believe it premieres this Thursday on the House of Rags YouTube channel, immediately following their show. Because they didn't want us to, one up them. But I don't know if you remember. What was that? What was the sketch comedy in the early 90s? Living Color. And Living Color was like at 9:00, and they did so well that they got bumped to like 8:00 because they were so good. I think that Jamie is pushing us way back so that he's not intimidated by the fact that our podcast was so great. And
I'm sure that's the reason. Absolutely.
My favorite part about
intimidation.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. I mean, it's Brian. It's
Without
Brian.
a doubt.
I know I don't bring anything to the table, but
Oh no, I thought you meant intimidated by you for sure. I would have.
No, Yoda brings all the firepower, right? It was Yoda versus Dooku. It was Yoda versus Emperor Palpatine. I'm just Ben. I'm just hanging out. What's going on? Right. So anyway,
hanging out.
Just hanging out. But what was great about the podcast is
hanging out.
They have 11 podcasts, not counting ours, on their channel, and ours is completely different. Because why? We don't care about detailing anymore. We've given up. We've retired from detailing. Yeah, so many things. Exactly. Impossible to keep up. Joey, that's exactly right. And that's why I said, if I do this, I'm going to go completely off script. I don't want to. And oh, by the way, we're sitting side by side. So it's not this Zoom meeting nonsense. He's sitting here, I'm sitting there, and we're just hanging out and BSing and talking about anything we want. So we're just having a good time. It's kind of what I envisioned for Eric and I at some point, which was like the drive in, just being able to just talk about whatever, maybe get drunk while we're there. Anyway, without further ado, we have a really special guest that has been, I've been hunting him down for months and months and months and months and months. And we finally got the pleasure of actually connecting with him out at SEMA. And I kind of fanboyed over him. I was afraid that he wasn't going to do our show because I was like, oh. So without further,
what?
I was, oh my God, it's you.
That's going to be a great soundbite.
So
Thanks for
Michael and Josh, I definitely fanboyed. So anyway, without further ado, let's get Cars with Keav front and center.
What's up?
Hey.
Happy 2025, sir.
Same to you. Does anybody have a discount code to UPS?
Ask you for a friend.
Well, we're gonna definitely use the Shopify discount. They say they save up to 70% on certain stuff. The good news is that nobody abroad won anything. That's good. It's limited to the lower 48.
It looks like a majority of the people that won are on the East Coast.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's only one that I know of that's like Midwest that I can remember. You were tracking down most of the addresses though.
Yeah.
But anyway, welcome to the first show of 2025. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, no problem.
Absolutely.
I don't do my own podcast, so I'm just going to be a serial guest.
I saw that.
I like to be unique. Everybody's got a podcast now. I want to be the odd one out. I don't want to be the
the guy without a podcast.
Yeah, for sure. So I was trying to do my homework and watch your interviews and that have come and gone and so on and so forth. And you've definitely made the tour, sir. You're on everybody's hit list.
I've been on quite a few.
So how does something like that happen? How does the rise to subscribership? What got you doing primarily YouTube stuff, and then I was always fascinated on how guys like Alex Dewar and stuff like that, they get involved in this kind of stuff. How does that happen for you? How did that happen for you?
Well, mainly it's social anxiety therapy. Years ago, like everybody watched Obsessed Garage with Matt.
Yeah.
And picking up that camera to, kind of deal with it. I've been doing YouTube for a very long time. I was a video game commentator for a while. Went away for 4 or 5 years, came back, got into cars because my son turned 16. I gave him my car. And then I finally was able to build the car behind me here. My dream car, or, a nice car. I've never had the greatest of stuff. So once finally got the expendable income later in life and, said I wanted to share it. So I used to do car shows, interview people. And then I got into car washing, car detailing, and it just spiraled out of control. And it's funny because I really wasn't into it. I met Jordan at G-Technic. He was, I believe, the president of Atlanta Beamers Club, and met him at a Eurofed event. And I was like, he started talking to me about coatings and this and that. And next thing I know, I'm learning all of this stuff. I didn't know nothing. And then YouTube University taught me everything.
How long ago was that, would you say?
4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
I've already burnt myself out of the car show scene. So
yeah,
I just sit in my garage now.
Yeah, but we have fun, right? We can still have fun.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was traveling everywhere. I was going to New Jersey, Dallas, Orlando.
That's hurtful. When did you go to Jersey?
That would have been, I went 3 years in a row to Jersey for the Keys Motorsports show up there.
Okay.
I used to go the whole group of about 20 different YouTubers. We drive all the way up to Jersey and go to the show.
All the way up to Jersey? I mean, all the way
interesting. The only thing interesting happening in Jersey at that time, probably.
Yeah. No, other than potholes.
Yeah, that's about it. There's still nothing happening except for the drone. We got drones now.
Oh yeah,
we got drones.
Nice.
All right, so let's go back to video games. Really, what was your thing?
It was like online mobile games on phone, iPad. Clash of Clans was probably the biggest one.
Okay.
I was to the point where I was talking to devs, and we were starting get with the devs, and they were building different platforms that were going to be able to use social media to push. So started getting involved with that, like announcing clan wars and stuff like that, and doing commentary.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I used to I was always into Raid Shadow Legends and a bunch of other stuff, and you'd follow all those guys, all those influencers, Hell Hades, and then there was that other guy, I forget who he was. But yeah, I get it. There's some real notoriety behind that kind of stuff. Like you get a real fan base for that.
Oh yeah.
So, all right.
But since the channel was all that, it took me, when I started doing this again, about 4 or 5 years ago, it took me a whole year to finally get the algorithm to learn me again. Because I switched
did you start over?
Games,
Did you have to do a whole new name, whole new handle, a whole new channel, or did you just kind of do it like Spittler did, and that was just kind of change the name of the channel?
I changed the name and privatized anything that was a niche outside of what I was going to be filming. So even after that, there's videos that I have that are privatized now because they don't have anything to do with what I'm doing right now. Like I used to build firework racks and I used to show how to build fireworks and, uh, you know, you know, do timers and set everything up. I used to do those.
What's the I mean, because I noticed that I can set up different playlists. So what would be like, what's your reasoning behind just privatizing those things as opposed to just kind of setting it over here on a different playlist and still possibly monetizing off of that, and two, also, people that are just getting into the, just discovering that kind of stuff, or maybe there's a new pyromaniac that wants to learn how to do a firework rack. Like,
well, I mean, say you have a playlist, say somebody watches a video, they like it, they subscribe, they like fireworks. All you push out is car washing videos. You now have a subscriber who's not going to watch your videos. So that hurts your reach when you first put out videos. That's why when people get big, their subscriber bases grow, but the views don't ever grow at the same exponential rate because you have subscribers here that have lost interest,
right?
But they don't unsubscribe because nobody goes to subscriber feed. They just go to the recommended tab.
Right.
Yeah, that's where everything comes from. So when you drop a video, they judge just like Instagram does the amount of followers you have versus the engagement you had in that first hour or two, and if it's within a certain percentage, will unlock you to a bigger group. And sometimes those are your own subscribers that are like being held hostage by YouTube. So that's the main reason. Plus, fireworks is a demonetization type of tactic with YouTube as well.
Okay, it's considered dangerous or some nonsense.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's why I don't do YouTube Shorts, because the person who watches YouTube Shorts, they don't watch long form videos most of the time. They're stuck in the scroll world. They're not going to go watch a long form video. So you may get a sub from it, but is that person going to convert to a view?
Right.
And I mean, so just help me understand this, because clearly I've been floating at the 450 mark for about 9 years. Like a lot of things are subscriber driven, so it doesn't matter what they're watching as long as they're subscribing. I'm asking you as like the successful one. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. And the reason why I'm having, I guess, difficulty, when I went out to SEMA a few years ago and we were doing some social media seminars and things of that nature, we got to sit with the vice president of Instagram, and she, all about trapping subscribers. Exactly. She said that the number one searched item on Google, YouTube, or whatever is how to.
Mm-hmm.
So
DIY and how to.
Right. That's the
that
number one.
Should always be key tags on all your videos. Okay.
So, like, again, going back to now, I know we're talking about fireworks being, forbidden, but let's talk about like one of your video game, how to do X, Y, and Z in Clash Royale. Because it's a how-to video, and somebody is, some rando is searching for it, wouldn't it? I mean, I would think that it would benefit you from having that out there as a how-to video, and you would just randomly get people randomly wanting to see that kind of thing.
I mean, it's possible, but like I said, once again, it's a view of a subject that I no longer cover. Okay. And it's different because my face wasn't in any of the videos. It was all commentary, tutorial based type stuff. And I just privated everything.
That's fine.
There's no true rhyme or reason. I'm a very analytical person. It just
made sense.
So
yeah.
I kind of delve into any of that. Like Fred's in here right now. He knows SEO.
Yeah.
Titles of your video needs to be cheap, Amazon, new, best, amazing, all caps, Yeah. 75% of my views come from Google searches, not from YouTube.
Yeah.
As people go into Google and they type in best foam cannon. Well, almost every one of my reviews says, "Is this the best foam cannon?" ? So I get the view that way. And, whenever I'm doing a product, I see almost 95% of everything I do is a product related review. So I have the product name. Somebody's going to search that product name to go to Amazon, product only has like 5 reviews. I need to go to Google and search it up, search that product. My video is probably going to be the first one that pops up for it.
Right.
Because I review a lot of things that nobody else does.
Yeah.
Well, what do you say we get crack-a-lacking on this there, Eileen?
Are we
What
already
are we-
crack-a-lacking? What's going on here?
Yeah, I thought we were.
What have I been doing the whole time?
Cracking all the lacking.
She has a Eileen Quickfire, which is about a dozen questions or so that we fire, or she fires at you in rapid succession, and then later on we can use this to throw free stuff at Keith.
I thought we were already on V4 of the podcast or something.
No, this is just the warm up for this guy.
Yeah, this is unscripted. We usually typically what we did the first time that you're on the Curmudgeon's Corner is we ask for a Batman origin story. But because you've been on every single podcast that has anything to do with detailing in the last 2 months, we're going to skip it. They can go watch Christy Torres's interview with you and get all your backstory. So I figure we'll just jump right into Eileen's quick.
Well, I have a question before we jump in there because I was curious. Because you have 5 million subscribers, Keith. What does someone like you with that many subscribers? Who do you watch? Like who are you engaged with? And it may not even be detailing. It could be like some random shit, but
it's considerably not detailing because I don't want to be immersed in the same world that I work in because it just causes burnout.
Right.
I escape with my watching. So I watch like Cletus McFarland. I watch other car YouTubers, Boosted Boys, stuff like that. I watch Josh as well, you know. I don't watch a whole lot of YouTube, really. I mean, my recommended feed, I don't have a whole lot of subs. I don't sub to a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
If you got my sub, I am really, really into watching that. But the recommended is going to give me most of the time what I'm looking for.
You probably do a lot of Always Sunny in Philadelphia on Hulu.
Yeah. Tavarish, those kind of car YouTubers.
Okay. All right. Let's go into this.
That was a good question, I mean.
I try to come up with at least one every show.
Farm. I watch Steve Morris. I'm subscribed to Steve Morris Racing as well.
Oh, there you go.
I do a lot of underwater basket weaving channels. Those are my favorite. I really like that. It's very calming.
You know, when you come down to Myrtle Beach, you need to go down there and you can make those things that people make those roses and baskets out of those reeds and stuff.
Yep.
You could do that.
Yeah, especially like around Easter when they make crosses out of palm leaves and stuff like that. Yeah. Hey, speaking of which, we're gonna hook up, right? Like if I get down there, you and I are supposed to connect. And
aren't you supposed to go to MTE? Are you going to MTE?
I am going to MTE.
Well, if you and Christian, oh, okay. Is Christian flying or is he driving?
I believe Christian is flying, but he is sending a tour bus filled with like all of his stuff. And I mean, to the point where like, I was like, if I could throw like 2 or 3 boxes on your van, that would be great. And he was like, I was like, I'll just ship it. Right.
Well, at least meet up there. And then later on we can figure out, like I said, I have a storage room full of crap. So
yeah. My plan is, I mean, because the thing is that you're not that far away from Myrtle Beach, and I have family down there, and I also have family in Tennessee. And the last time I did the trip, I went down to Myrtle Beach, and then I went over to Lexington, South Carolina at my cousin's house, and then I went down to Atlantic City, and then we went to Chattanooga. So worst case scenario, I'll just make a long weekend out of it and just swing through Atlanta. They have Fox Brothers barbecue is insane, and I would love to go there again.
I'm a bit far from that, but I live just as close to Greenville as I do to Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
I live a little bit north of Atlanta, but you know, if you tell them where you live, nobody's going to know, so you have to say Atlanta.
Yeah. I used to have family that lived in Stone Mountain, so I'm fairly somewhat knowledgeable. Anyway, all right. Anyway, Eileen, I think you're up.
Okay. All right, Keav. What is your favorite smell?
My favorite smell? Grape.
Or scent. Okay. What's your least favorite scent?
Banana.
BANANAS.
What is the most used app on your phone?
YouTube Studio, probably.
Samsung or iPhone?
iPhone.
Ha!
Oh, man. I was really hoping for a vote to Samsung. Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Wow.
All right. If you could listen to one song or one album for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Eminem Show.
That's a good one. What is your best or what's your favorite sandwich?
Meatball sandwich.
Yeah, it's like a meatball.
Is that a sub? Is that a sub? We do want to get into that. Is that a
Well,
sub?
no,
or
I
is that
think
a sandwich?
subs have to have like vegetables on it. Like I think whenever, like if you do like a cheesesteak,
Is that like a real thing?
yeah, they
Like, do
actually
people
put,
care
like,
enough?
Yeah, but is a turkey club a sandwich? It's
yeah.
got veggies on it.
But we're talking about long rolls, so that's what I was going to ask you: is the meatball sandwich
You're
on
always
long
talking
roll?
about long.
Okay, all right.
We'll go sandwich. We'll go roast beef.
All right.
Okay. What is one thing that you own that you should throw out?
256 power washers.
Yeah.
Your storage room.
Every Amazon junk product that I don't put on video.
Do you do that, by the way? Do you like buy junk products? I just watched a Good Mythical Morning, and they were like all the best junk items that you can buy on Amazon, and they were some real trashy stuff.
I mean, they have to pass, since in the last 5 months, I've made it to where they have to pass a certain standard test before they can make a video. Because I don't want to shed light, whether it's bad or good, even if it's bad, I don't want to shed light on a product that's not worth looking at. So it has to pass alkaline tests, it has to pass acidic tests, it has to pass durability, has to pass multiple battery run-throughs, those kinds of things.
I love that. We just, the last time I saw you, you had just dropped. You had just one drop and it had broken, and you were upset about that. That was amusing.
I'm never upset about anything breaking. Other than the fact that I broke 2 bottles and now I have nothing because I'm waiting for them to redesign the bottle. It takes a whole week of me going back and forth with them, being very defensive into DMs about their bottle. It takes Josh one phone call and they're like, we're going to make a new one.
And Keav's out there trolling every single YouTube video. All right, next question. What is the scariest animal?
Lion, I would assume.
All right, what was your first concert?
Never been to a concert.
What?
Too many people. I don't do people.
I don't blame you.
All right, that's fair. I like that.
Describe the rest of your life in 5 words.
The rest of my life in 5 words? Expensive.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's good enough. All right. What is your favorite action movie?
Die Hard.
Nice. Is it a Christmas movie?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
There's a song you like that's a Christmas song too.
Yeah.
Apples or oranges?
Oh, say it again.
Apples or oranges?
Apples.
We're just gonna gloss over that whole thing, aren't we? We're just gonna,
Yeah.
All right.
Because then it's gonna be like a whole thing, and this podcast is already long enough.
What?
What do you think?
It's like 20 minutes and I'm ready to go home. Yeah, but we haven't given Keith anything yet. Or
right,
Ghost.
yeah, that's true.
Or Ghost. We haven't given Keith or Ghost anything.
Ghost brought me here.
Ghost.
Right, exactly. What do you think happens when you die?
Yeesh.
Nothing.
All right.
Nothing. Hey, you know what? You're the second person to say that. Who was the other one that said that? Was it Dimitri? I think
I believe
Dimitri.
so. Yeah.
I would like the idea of being a ghost though. I would like that idea, so I can haunt
That'd be
everybody.
pretty cool.
Well, I mean, there is Einstein's matter and the whole 9 yards. I mean, there's a good possibility that your energy stays around forever.
We could be like that episode of South Park where like all the celebrities are they've died and they're all going to heaven or wherever, but Michael Jackson doesn't want to give up yet, and they can't get on the plane, and they're all stuck in purgatory.
That's right.
Billy Mays and all them were stuck in purgatory.
That's right. Yeah, he would haunt every bad product maker forever.
There's a lot of those.
Keav, if you had to choose your most memorable video to date, what would be your most memorable one?
That he made or that he watched?
He made.
Oh,
would be my SEMA videos probably.
Yeah,
because got to meet a lot of great people. That was fun.
For sure. It was awesome.
You seemed like you had a really good time. There's a couple of videos that I saw where you were sitting there in between Thor, and you guys were just really laughing and having a good time. And I didn't know what to do because they had this massive show, but all I wanted to do was hang out with you guys. Right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
For a good time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, looking at the booth, the right side of the booth was way more fun than the left side for sure. I'll tell you that.
There was a lot less snake oil over there too. It's a great experience. I got to watch. I went off with Pan. I mean, we had some long talks. Learned a lot from Pan. I filmed a lot of his SEMA stuff as the camera guy behind the scenes. So I got to learn how he operates, and he introduced me to a lot of people. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a thrill of mine, as we've already gone over. It was a thrill of mine to get to hang out with you and meet you guys, for sure. Eddie's in the house. We have to be on our best behavior now. The boss is here. Woo.
It's not my boss.
It's not my
boss.
I let Brian answer to him. All right. So that we go down to the Mount Rushmore of things. Unless are we giving away anything? It's 8:30.
I don't know.
So typically,
hold on, Aaron. Everybody wants to know what's Keav's favorite dessert.
Oh man, apple pie. Warm apple pie.
Oh man. Okay, Aaron.
She never have asked that question. You knew it was on.
We definitely should have asked that question.
I see the comments and I'm getting text messages. It's like favorite dessert.
She loves
and I know the answer.
Because they want to know the answer. I'm a pop culture aficionado.
Are you really?
I have a photographic memory, and I remember and auditory too. I remember everything. I remember every line from every movie I watched. I watched every movie from 95 to 2015, which is the best era of movies.
Stop. I will fight you.
What's the best era of movies?
It's gotta be the 80s. It's gotta be. Are you kidding me? Like, you could get away with so many things in the 80s. You could say anything. There was zero, how many times people called each other names and derogatory names. And I mean, look at Weird Science alone. Like, if you look at any of that genre of movies, you get away with anything.
I just can't get over the hairdos. So
well, who cares about that?
I mean, we said whatever we wanted in mid 90s to about 2005, even 2010.
That's fair. I guess.
But ever since Netflix took over, and you don't have to strive to get box office numbers, movies are they suck now.
Yeah.
Like even Adam Sandler movies, like I enjoy that kind of humor, but ever since he signed a Netflix deal, the movies have been crap.
Mannequin
was. I love that movie. It's hilarious.
Hey, look, Doc Brown.
There's a part.
The soda was made by Back to the Future, Doc Brown. All right, I stand corrected. I still don't bend knee, but I stand corrected that you did get away with a lot of stuff in the late 90s. Euro Trip,
American Pie.
American Pie, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, we had
like Tom Green.
We had like Revenge of the Nerds. We had
like there wasn't nothing
Doctor. What?
There wasn't nothing offensive there. Like
what, Revenge of the Nerds?
Tom Green and 90s movies, that's offensive now.
That's fair.
Mid 80s is still kind of
putting that mouse in his mouth. That's kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a little weird. Revenge of the Nerds. Exactly. Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. They both have merit.
Yeah, it's like Becca said, he humped a moose on the side of the road. So I mean,
somebody had to trailblaze. Somebody had to trailblaze, and it might as well have been Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah.
Be excellent. All right, Mount Rushmore, and I'm winging it because I didn't write anything down. The Mount Rushmore is your top 4 of whatever. It's really hard for me to narrow stuff down. So I always go, what's your top 4 of this? So what would be your top 4 movies?
American Pie.
Yep.
I like Grown Ups.
Okay.
The Water Boy. Probably Die Hard.
H2O. All right.
Like obscure comedy that takes a certain type of personality to get. I love that kind of comedy, and it has replay value.
That's fair. Let me ask you a question about Talladega Nights and Ron Burgundy, Anchorman.
I don't like Ron Burgundy.
Okay.
Not my kind of thing. That's not my Will. That's not my Will Ferrell. Step Brothers, Ricky Bobby. That's my kind of Will Ferrell.
It took me multiple attempts of both of those movies before I was like, all right, I get it now. That's funny.
The over the top part is a bit too much. It was very airplane kind of style. Like it's a bit too much.
Yeah.
Except for Steve Carell. He's hilarious in that movie.
Later, they're going to diagnose me as being retarded. Top 4 TV shows.
Gold Rush, Moonshiners. Is anything on Netflix considered a TV show?
If it's got a series.
Stranger Things.
All right.
Dang, what would be the other one? Any spin-off of Gold Rush?
Okay.
I don't watch a whole lot.
So you're a big Discovery Channel kind of guy?
Actually know what The Office.
That's a good one.
That's South Park. Man, I know. And then you got me on a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Like my TV is basically on repeat Comedy Central.
Yeah, me too.
Seinfeld, South Park, The Office.
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec's good. I don't like that they got Family Guy on there now. I'm kind of over Family Guy.
I couldn't tell you the last time I watched.
They stretch the jokes a little bit too long on that one.
Kind of the same thing with The Simpsons. It's kind of like, all right, it's got its merit, but I'm not gonna tune in every week just to do that. All right, and then we go to music. Top 4 bands and/or songs.
Top 4 would be Eminem, 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, Ice Cube.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Metallica would be a fifth.
Wow, there's a
but not crazy Metallica. Like
a right turn.
Like Fade to Black Metallica.
Okay, all right. So you're not a big Ride the Lightning kind of guy.
Mm-mm. No.
I'm pretty sure Masters of Puppets is, I think, what I cut my teeth on, and then Justice for All.
Yeah, like The Unforgiven.
Yeah, so like more of like the closer to the 90s kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, the best thing about the 80s is that you could have fun and nobody was offended. It's true. Nobody. Even the nerds. They got their own movie. All right. Do you read? Are you a reader? Okay, we'll skip that.
I don't read anything.
Okay.
Instructions especially, I don't read.
And the worst part is I never learned how to read.
I could read a chat. I could read comments. That's about it.
Rick, nobody likes to show off. All right, so your top 5 or top 4 foods.
Whoa. Shrimp scampi.
Nice.
Chicken marsala.
Okay.
Pizza. Cheesesteak.
Does pineapple belong on pizza, Keith?
No.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Does it belong? No, but can you tolerate it?
You can do whatever you want.
Just keep it to yourself.
Just don't eat it next to me because I'll go to the bathroom.
Just keep it behind closed doors with your AI girlfriend and your pineapple on your pizza.
That's right. Don't go asking her all kinds of questions about obscure TV shows and stuff.
We're gonna play that game. You know, I would try to physically combat you, but you have that photographic memory that makes me.
I'll remember
for everything. Is that it, Eileen? Is that my Mount Rushmore?
How? It's your thing.
We do the pop culture, the food, and I can't remember if there's anything else.
Everything sounds right. Music, movies, shows.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah. He doesn't do books, so that's that's obsolete.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
That sounds good to me. All right. Give something away. I think we got a $15 gift card to somebody.
Okay. All right. Let's do. Keav, I asked him what was his best or favorite sandwich.
Right.
He started out saying one thing, and then Aaron had a whole conversation about something, and then he changed it at the end. So what was his final answer?
Womp womp. Sorry, there it is. David Bradshaw. Woo. David Bradshaw. Nope, that's Keith. Too bad for you, Keith. David Bradshaw. Come on, just everybody's.
You want to just click it?
I'm trying, but everybody keeps talking. Wait.
Enthusiast
got it before David Bradshaw.
Sorry, Bradshaw.
Trying to start controversy already.
Yeah, that's what we do, and it's usually just because I'm inept.
Enthusiast, you know how it goes. You'll get it on the next pay before the next pay it forward.
Wow, you know what? It's very not nice of you, Eileen. And I'm.
What is he getting?
He's getting a $15 gift card.
Oh, nice. Oh, so you'll get that quick.
Yeah, just send me your email address and I'll send it right to you. The end.
Hey Eddie, or the House of Rags, whoever that is. I know that's Jamie. You sure that's not a placebo effect of you guys just finally being around the aura of Josh that made that pineapple taste so good?
Possible.
No way.
It's possible. They were pretty enthralled.
Or that pizza they had was so bad it didn't matter what they ate; it would taste better.
Honestly, it was horrible. It was horrible.
It was really that bad?
Yeah. Here. Would you like to try a slice of their pizza? Because this is exactly what it tastes
No.
like. Yeah.
Speaking of, shout out to Steelers. They're gonna beat the Ravens today. Thank you.
Are they really?
Guys.
Did they?
I don't know, but I mean that's what I'm putting in the universe.
Oh well, thank you. So I came out of retirement to this year because I finally came to terms with the fact that the NFL is scripted and that it's just like WWE. And so therefore, as long as you remember that it's like WWE.
Don't say that, Jordan.
You can enjoy the fact that there's a lot of athleticism that still goes on.
Well, just like college football is going that way. So
yeah, there's too much money involved. If there are billions of dollars involved, you're not leaving it to chance. I'm sorry, it just isn't. It doesn't work that way. The end. Follow the money.
Best food was the chicken at the Korean place where we almost died, and that buffet chicken.
I don't know. Biobombs and Papa Smurf. No, Biobombs and Papa Smurf and I went off and had some sushi at this place, Nico Sushi, and it was insanity. I've never experienced anything like it. It was so good, and there was so much of it, and we all had just the absolute best time. And none of us ordered. It was just like, we don't know what we're doing here, and the waiter was just like, boop, 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 and just kept bringing tray after tray after tray of stuff. It was insane. It was so good. If you smell what the Keav's got cooking.
The restaurant at the hotel stayed at the El Cortez, the Benny Siegel prime rib was really good.
Becca says that as if there's ever a choice. Because there is.
And he's not even drinking.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. All right. Where's the show going to go next?
So, Keav, when you're making content, and I asked Mike G this question, but I'm wondering from your perspective, do you schedule your content in advance? Like, do you put it on a calendar, and are you organized in that manner, or do you kind of just go on Amazon and find something and decide I'm going to make a video on this?
I wing it. Unless there's a product coming out. But the schedule of when the video actually gets edited, filmed, or released is just absolute whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, about Friday, Saturday, I'm like, what should I film to go out Monday?
Wow, it's like really just in time.
Yeah, like I just filmed today's video. Yes, perfect, because it snowed in Atlanta. I was able to do a review of a blower, be able to blow snow off a car out in the snow.
Oh,
so
nice.
Worked out perfect. So I wouldn't even, if I'd have filmed that video ahead of time, I wouldn't have had that content. So it works out. But whatever I go to film has to do with the trend or something that I know. This time of year, I'm not going to put my best absolute possible videos out because it's not going to get the views this time of year.
You know what? Apex said the exact same thing. Apparently, according to what he was saying, the YouTube algorithms drop because right now, between January and February, Google/YouTube are renegotiating with their advertisers. And so they basically dump everything. He said now is a good time for, I guess, fishing for subscribers, but now is a horrible time to try to get content and views.
I mean, if you're living off of ad revenue, that would be the case. But if you're living off of cookies, any time of year would go. It just needs to be something that niches for that time period. If you were in a car wash and car detailing, releasing a video about washing in the winter, rinseless washing, getting snow off the car, those are things going to get views this time of year. And as long as you have some affiliate stuff going on there, you can make money. The reason this time of year, I mean, it's not just YouTube negotiating. It's the worst part of the year for advertising rates because they just came off the fourth quarter spending all their money. They're getting their budgets together. They won't have what they want to spend advertising for most of the year until second quarter. It's just for all of YouTube across the board, January, February is the worst 2 months. Yeah. But for car washing and car detailing, it's because nobody's washing or detailing their car right now. If their favorite cars are in storage, people aren't buying their new car until March, April, when the tax checks come, right? That's when they're going to get their car that they want, and they're going to want to learn how to wash a car for the first time and get into the whole car washing rabbit hole. Because it's not necessarily the same people that are coming back around. Once somebody gets really into it, they go down their own rabbit hole, right? They may watch some videos, but they kind of build their own journey. But every spring, you have a whole bunch of new people who are just learning about touching and washing their own car. Going away from the car wash. I have my favorite car. I want to take care of it. Start watching videos. So it's all niche. Like when you're a car wash and car detailing, you have got to nail it between March and June. And those videos will perform from March till June for years to come. That's why once March hits, I hit 2 videos a week I grind it out for 3 straight months.
And in terms of, I'm assuming you've already got your kind of process set, but how long does it take, not including recording content, but just the editing part of it? How long does that take for you to do for a video?
I try to stretch it out if I can. 4 hours, 5, it depends on how much footage I have. So however much footage I have, that's the first cut, right? I have to watch all of it, most of it. So probably between 2 and 2.5 hours on the first cut. Second cut, I'm going to try to knock off 30%. And then I'll have a third and a fourth cut. So probably about 4 to 5 hours. And then if I have a video where the audio sucked or the lighting sucked, I'm going to spend a lot of time trying to correct as much as I can and trying to fix the color grading and stuff as best I can without it looking manufactured or sounding manufactured.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because I said that it takes me probably about 4 to 6 hours because, like you, I have to watch everything I recorded and then from there chop it down, speed it up, do whatever it is, then maybe add some music, add some captions, whatever. But like at the end of it, it probably takes me a total of like 4 to 6 hours to
Yep.
go through all the content.
Kimberly in the chat. Yeah. What is a tax refund? I used to get them. The last 3-4 years, I've been writing some pretty big checks.
Yeah.
I've talked about it in videos before about when you get into something like this, and my numbers are probably obscure compared to other channels of my size. And I've talked to Pam before, and he says the numbers that I do are incredible for the size that I have. So I was late to the game, making sure my taxes were right, not knowing how to write things off, knowing how to structure how I'm going to write stuff off. I would definitely suggest anybody, if you got monetized, just go ahead and start getting everything ready. Maybe work on quarterly payments versus at the end of the year, all of a sudden getting hit with a $10,000 check you got to write or something like that.
Jeepers.
Yeah, but it works for me because I still have a full-time job, so I can just adjust my withholdings on my W-2s for that job. So, but say you're a full-time content creator, you're doing 1099 work, so you're not going to be paid taxes until one time at the end of the year or quarterly payments throughout the year.
Oof.
Well, hey, let me jump segments real quick. Franco, my idea behind being able to, what is it? We considered monetized. When you get 500 subscribers, I hit all the other check boxes of being monetized. When I can be monetized, there's a program called Teespring. I know that Apex uses it and Miranda uses it. And then you can basically build merchandise, T-shirts, and you can design it however you want to design it. My idea, like I have all these awesome monsters, the Hydra and Kraken and all these monsters. I was going to put each monster on its own T-shirt, but until you clowns get me 500 subscribers, I can't do it. No,
I haven't done merch yet either. People ask. I'm still trying to come up with I don't even have a logo.
but I have monsters.
Just trying to come
I think
up
your logo needs to just be the apple pie. That's it. That's your logo.
With
I have one
With
that
a side of
I've
cookies.
used.
with a side of cookies. Yeah.
I have one I use. It's like a BMW silhouette doing a burnout, but the burnout is bubbles and foam coming out the back.
Oh, that's cool.
But I mean, I don't know. I would want to make merch that's very generalized, not very specific. I want it to be able to be, somebody saw it, they would think it's cool and buy it just because.
Yeah, like Phoenix Monsters.
I would get with like Bunker Branding or somebody like that to make it somebody who's their sole thing is content creators.
Yeah. These comments are great.
I know they're brutal.
I'm not even paying attention to them.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't, just because they're mean.
Yeah,
to me, they're mean to me. They're not mean to you. They're mean to
Wait. Scroll through them. Let's go. What's this?
Other than the mean, according to him, parts of it, it's pretty funny with everyone's ideas about your logo and the apple pie. It's pretty great. And so, Keav, so you do 4 to 6 hours of editing for your videos, and what programs do you normally use? Because I know a lot of people use CapCut and whatever, but what programs do you like to use?
So I use Final Cut Pro, and then I use Canva for my thumbnails. I use Lightroom to edit the pictures and images I use in Canva. That's where I do all my color correcting in Lightroom.
Okay, I never knew that.
Because I was big into Instagram for a while before I really got into YouTube, and I've grown a pretty good sized following there on some viral stuff, and I always do tons of color correcting and lots of photos and photo shoots, and just got burnt out. It's hard to scout locations when everybody sees you. They think you're just going to a parking lot to do burnouts and stuff.
Imagine putting that on, Imagine putting that on a T-shirt. You would love that.
You need a lot more brightness on that. You wouldn't be able to see it.
Probably. I don't even know where it is. At the stage. There it is. There it is. Look at that.
Kraken.
Anyway, sorry. Full graphic tee. Yeah, exactly. Help me out there, House of Rags, with your 18,000 subscribers.
It will be sold at Hot Topic.
Spencer's. It's gonna be sold at Spencer's.
Wait, what's that place that all of the like Danny Duncan and them sell their stuff at? Zoomies.
Zoomies? I don't think I've ever heard of Zoomies.
Isn't that what's called Zoomies?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like
a Spencer Hot Top.
Yeah, it's like Spencer's.
It's gonna be sold at GameStop.
Like a bobblehead.
That would be cool. That'd be a lot of fun. Aaron intros.
All right. Your service is.
All I gotta say, people talk about how comfortable a Viper chair is. This thing sucks.
It?
It sucks.
Well, I mean, so from what I understand, because Brian's got two of them, and I like to launch myself across his bay in one of those things. It's got like 8 wheels, and they're
I did that
smooth.
on my video for it. I tested myself on a Harbor Freight stool versus this Viper stool, and I fell over a few times. I put like electrical cords across the floor, and I was like pushing myself to try to go over
on the Viper.
Yeah. I got the wrong one. I got the cheap one. Don't get the cheap one. Get the expensive one. Like when I've been to the works facility at G Technic, their stools there are amazing. Like Alcantara, it's awesome. But these in between, this $400 chair, it's horrible. Feels like crap.
So don't get the 400. Get the $3,000 one.
They're like $600, I think.
Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, shout out to those with Viper money. Those chairs are expensive. What?
It was like last time. It was last on my list. Like the things that to complete the garage, the chair was the least thing because I don't do a ton of like corrections and stuff. So the chair is not as important to me.
Keav Viper chair test 1.
Oh my gosh. Oh, speaking of that, you ever watch their commercial where they throw the Viper chair off the roof? Right after it hits the ground, they cut to a whole new scene of where like it's thrown at an angle like this rather than dropping like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, it could have survived just fine, but they made that cut. The whole entire comment section is about that cut.
Oh my God.
Oops. Yeah, you can give yourself a black eye pretty quickly around here. That's for sure. You're take no prisoners kind of internet.
So did you survive going over the wires in the Harbor Freight chair or
no? I went flying. I went flying.
That's what I figured.
The Viper chair does roll a lot. It does roll a lot better. I mean, but it should, right? $25 versus $400.
Yeah, I can't even go over.
But in my garage, I've never come into a scenario where I pushed myself across the floor as fast as I possibly could to go over an electrical cord.
Yeah.
If I'm working around the car, I'm going slow pace, right? I don't want to run into my car or anything. And then they have all these metal brackets and everything, and on the back, and they don't even come with the rubber guard. You got to pay $10 extra for the rubber guard. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
Oh my God.
I'm back here worrying about scratching my car right now.
Chair races. Yeah, for sure. As long as you're not in the Harbor Freight one, I think you'll be all right. Mr. Aaron, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, listen, Aaron. I know it's a new year and everything, and you haven't had any of your apple juice.
Yeah, which is terrible. I'm totally off my game.
We need third hour Aaron right now.
You need third.
So Keav, you mentioned earlier that you don't do this full time, which is I didn't know that. What do you do full time?
I'm a IT analyst, lead analyst. So I'm the technical lead for our organization when it comes to warehousing systems and things like that.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Are you a freelancer? Do you work for?
I work for a very large company.
Yeehaw.
And you develop their warehouse system, or
no, we use vendors
Oh,
But
okay.
we manage the the traffic back and forth. We
Right.
manage users on the floor having issues or anything like that.
Cool. It's pretty awesome.
Somebody on the 13th floor is using Pornhub. Get them.
Yep, get them. That's not my area, but
But somebody get him.
the guy I want to be the guy who sends out the phishing emails
Oh yeah.
to test if somebody will
Click here
click.
because you've been selected for a new iPhone 16. Oh,
I told him, I
iPhone
said,
16.
you don't want me in that group because your failure rate, you'll never meet your performance goals. Because I'll get your click every
Just
single
get 'em.
time. I'll social engineer every person in that company and I will make an email that will get them to click.
I was listening to there was a radio program that I listened to in the morning, and they were talking about that very thing. And there are companies that basically do exactly what you just said, where they'll hire this company, and this company will do nothing but try to phish their employees. And he said they can make them look really, really, really
Yeah,
good.
depending on your size, like a company of our size, where your IT department has 400 or 500 people, it's you have groups internally that will do all that kind of stuff. But if you're a smaller company, you hire an outside source.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's a question for you. Let's just say I'm in a ginormous corporation, and I would think that there'd be enough firewalls and filters and all that crap that the corporation has already put into place so that anything that does happen to make it to my mailbox is perfectly safe. Of course, there's a prince in Africa that wants to give me $65 million. Of course there is.
There's a bubble, right? You're inside of a bubble when you're at work, right? Like you're protected inside those a good bit, right? So if they click on a link, more than likely some kind of software is going to take over and allow you to get to beyond that point. But when you're working remote from home, you don't have as many of those. You just running a VPN, but you don't even have to be tied into the network to click on a link in an email, right? You could be on your phone, you could be anywhere.
And
social engineering
because that email came to your business email, it automatically makes the corporation susceptible to that.
I mean, if you click on it while you're there and they social engineer your password.
Well, no, you just said like if you were working remote or you're on your phone or whatever, and let's just say, Aaron at IBM.com, and I'm on my phone in the train station, and somebody says, I'm the Prince of Arabia and I want to give you $80 million. And I go, oh,
no,
yeah.
That's not the kind of phishing that you would get at a corporation of my size.
What would you get?
They would social engineer you, or they would try to disguise themselves as your boss or as somebody else saying, hey, I can't access my laptop. I need you to get me in. Please click this link or do this or do that. And it's going to be something they know because a lot of it's public record, stuff that you use. They try to get your account to some type of vendor or something to get in, or try to engineer your Google account or try to engineer some way in.
They're so brutal to each other. Oh my God.
Because they'll pick a target, right? They'll pick a person at a company. They'll call the help desk. They'll find out what the help desk is for that company. And they'll try to social engineer their way, disguise themselves as that person, saying, hey, I'm some high ranking official. I can't get in. I need help now. And they start asking questions and they start getting belligerent, making them think that I'm this big high up executive, and they will get them to let them have access.
I will come down there and I will remove all of your erasers if you do not let me in right now.
And the next thing you know, your entire company is being held ransom. It happens all the time.
Yeah, didn't Christian say that happened to him? Christian said that his company got.
Oh yeah.
That's a great story. If you ever get a chance to talk to Christian about that,
and the reason it works is because people pay. Some companies they'll be like, you know what, screw it.
Shut it down. I don't care.
Shut it down.
Yeah, he became.
We got backups.
He became friends with the kid that stole.
Yeah, he did.
Friends with him. Come on over and hang out in the hot tub.
We got backups. We'll just go back 2 weeks and we'll just act as if the last 2 weeks never happened.
And then we find Karen and we beat her to death. Yeah. On that goddamn link.
I mean, they even sell like ransomware insurance now.
Wow.
It's pretty serious.
Now, like a personal attack, somebody like you would be, hey, your Apple ID has been locked out. Did you lock out this? If not, please click here to log in. And that is the number one way that people get your account. Same with YouTube, anything else like that. That's how people lose and get hacked.
No. Now you know.
Yep.
You learned so much down here at the Curmudgeon's Corner. We had Fred on. He was teaching everybody about SEOs. You're here teaching us how to.
Yeah, it's amazing what happens when you have guests. I don't learn anything when there's no guests, except for Eileen.
It's true. I got to be honest with you. I only learned from Eileen as well.
Whatever.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
a liar.
I am proof that it takes a village to raise an idiot. Yeah.
A village of a whole bunch of upset people.
Oh, a
Too.
whole bunch of upset people. Oh my God, this guy.
Get him out of here as fast as like Jim Carrey and what's the name? Pet Detective 2, where the monks are trying to get rid of him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he leaves and they're all
It's
celebrating.
in the bone. It's in the bone. It's in the bone. All this without apple juice.
Oh, look at you.
I hate
Doing
it.
big things.
I absolutely hate it. What is it? I
That's
got like
really good.
I got 20 more days to go, and somebody might die before then. What time is it? Is it time to give something
It's
else away?
possible.
It is. It's time to give something else away.
It's been 20 minutes since we gave something away.
Well, we tried to do it on the half-hour marks, didn't we? I thought we did it on the half-hour marks.
I mean, whatever. I'm just here in your world. Whatever.
What are you
say.
eating? What are you chewing on?
A mint.
You didn't share.
Eddie's in the chat.
Sorry.
Get him to give something.
Yeah, Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie.
Yeah. How about the House of Rags gets to throw some stuff out? Hey, but speaking of
Yeah.
which,
How about some goat and diva towels? I would love some of those. Let's give some of those away.
Hey, I will say something. I bought something the other day, and the shipping notice came out the same day.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's
That's
on its
pretty
way.
crazy.
Now, I don't know if it's going to get kicked around or whatever, but when this gallon of Loki shows up,
Yeah, for sure.
They talking fishing emails. Yeah, Eddie, you know all about that. Wasn't Eddie a big time IT guy for some healthcare system of all of Southwestern America?
Nobody wants soap. Guys, buy soap so we can get the goat and diva towels. Let's go.
I got 2 goat towels.
We were giving away a lot of Thor towels during the Pay It Forward campaign. They sent like $200 worth of towels, and they are really nice. I mean,
I would say like the goat towel's nice. It's just too big for me. It's too heavy.
I got to be honest with you. I don't know if every towel made it into the boxes. They got lots.
I want a 16 by 16 like the Mr. that they have, but a little bit thicker. That's the kind of drying towel I like.
Hey, Conway.
Jamie, you already had a foaming rinseless. It was called Nemesis.
Right. We can't talk about it because then Aaron gets all upset.
I don't get upset. When you're the best, I don't get upset. You guys can fight amongst yourselves. You're like, yeah, fight for second place. Have fun. I don't care.
All right.
Hey, speaking of second place, not to start more trouble, but what's it like to win every category and yet still not win? What's that all about? Can anybody explain that to me? What? I was just wondering if anybody could explain how you could win every. It's like partaking in like the triathlon and winning every division at the Olympics and then still getting the silver. I don't know how that works.
I didn't even get the silver. I didn't get anything.
Oh, you didn't even,
it's all my
you didn't
fault.
even play your song. Oh my gosh.
No, I just got a thanks for participating, loser.
It's all my fault. It's all my fault.
Aaron, give away
I
10 of each of everything we have in stock. That's Eddie, you're being ridiculous. You're being I'm not even going to entertain that. Even though it's in writing and therefore legally binding, I'm not going to entertain it.
I'm going to say, Eileen, it's partly my fault when I even sent out the email to go over all this stuff. And he says, if you don't have the time to watch these videos, then don't respond. And I'm like, okay.
And it keeps
He's like,
anyways.
please place your votes here. If you got time to watch all these videos and this, I believe I helped one time, like help who the people were that were initially picked to start the program, right? They'll give us like, these are 8 or 10 people. Watch whose videos are more educational, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
I think I helped once. But
All right, this is
enjoy it.
huge. Actually, I hate to interrupt you, but this is huge. This
probably
is
isn't,
for
but okay.
this is for from the House of Rags, aka Eddie and Jamie.
Hey, Mike G.
They would like to give away one of each of their towels and 5 wash pads that they have in stock.
Let's go.
So all the towels that they have in stock
They don't have
and
towels.
5 wash pads is the winner here.
Jokes on you is they have no towels in stock.
Hey, Ghost, you're talking about the goat towel. Yeah. Not just Car Pro, but Auto Fiber Dreadnought works out really well too. It's a bit smaller, not as heavy.
Yeah, we gave away one of those in the pay for it. The Dreadnought,
I just like
it's pretty powerful.
I just like the control that like a smaller, like a rectangular, like DIY Detail had them for a little bit. It was like a 8x16, so you fold it in half. So when you're like wiping the car down, you feel like you have a lot of control. But when you have a big old drying towel, you're having to like hold one in.
I thought the idea behind the big
floor.
old drying towel was to kind of like be able to kind of fling it over the whole hood and then just kind of drag it and it dries the whole thing at one swoop. I mean that's what I was shown.
That's what you
why it's so
but it only works on at the top of the car, right? On the vertical panels is where it wants to fall, and you know it's harder to control.
Yeah, and you gotta like
All right. So here we go. For all the towels, one of each. We don't have the goat or the diva in. All right, they don't have the goat or the diva in stock. So the stuff that they do have in stock, we're going to give away 1 towel and 5 wash pads. All right. And the question is, which was Keav's favorite video? Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Conway. I don't even know what that means. Anybody? Nobody. Nobody wants to know. There it is. Enthusiast, you're disqualified. You just won the last one.
Mary did.
It's like Mary was there before him.
Yeah,
Mary.
was
there you go. Mary, I need your loving. All right, Mary wins. She gets towel of everything except for the goat or diva and 5 wash pads. You keep snickering. Mary. I have no idea what that means. I don't know why it's funny. I would love to know what the joke is. But
Jamie said it's not going to be there for like 6 months, and it makes me think of like Mary knows the deal. She's dealt with you in giveaways, so she knows. Mary will wait.
Shit. Wow. She hits like a sister. She hits like a sister. That's family for you.
Mary, you know how it is.
Mary, you can either send me an email to remind me, or you can send it directly to those guys. But Mary.
Congrats.
Winner chicken dinner. Everyone knows it's in the mail. Exactly. Thank you, Becca. See, Becca has always had my back. And I'm thinking that when it comes time for contract negotiations, I might just let her throw her hat in the ring.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
It's replacing you, not me.
Oh, that's gonna be the Becca and Eileen show. Oh.
The Becca and Eileen show. There it is.
Hey, what's wrong with Eddie? Eddie says Keav can lick my ass.
I saw that. Yeah, I don't know. He's upset.
I don't know. Maybe he's thinking that it's a very nice ass and it deserves a licking. I don't know.
You would need a goat towel to wipe that up.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. No, this video is not for children. Mary, yeah, Bill gets it. Mary, why you bugging? All right, so yeah, either send me an email or send them an email. The House of Rags.
Send it to Jamie.
Send it to Jamie. He's the one. He's the Is he the brains of the operation, or is it Eddie?
When it comes to this, yeah.
All right. I don't know. I just get yelled at by both of them, so I try to do the best I can. All right.
Yeah, send Jamie an email.
All right. So, we covered all that nonsense. Now, when you're not destroying some small business company with their inept products, or saving the world from digital pirates, what does Keav do for fun?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not really. That's all I have time for.
That sounds terrible.
I watch YouTube videos. That's about it.
Do you imbibe at all?
Do I what?
Do you drink?
No.
Okay.
About 14 years sober, around that time frame.
Oh, all right. So since you
did a lot of weird drinking stuff when I was in my 20s. I had a couple of hangover type moments. Nah, not for me anymore.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
become a totally different person. And I wouldn't casually drink because I don't like the taste of it.
Interesting.
Okay. Makes sense.
All right. Nothing for you know, cartoons. Nothing.
I mean, I watch TV.
All right.
South Park, Office, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
like I don't have a whole lot of things going on outside of Phoenix pretty much absorbs all of my time, but I mean, at least
My problem is I can't focus on something, because if I do, I'll lose track on everything else that I'm doing, and I will focus on that. So for me, it would be I would want to go start playing golf again, but then it's going to become this entire competitive rabbit hole that
would make everything behind.
Yeah, because when I was in high school, I was a scratch golfer in high school.
What is a scratch golfer?
Somebody who shoots right around even par.
Okay.
So I was pretty good. I was a cart boy at a golf course. I played golf for a long period of time. Used to play skins games, play for money, travel around. And, I got burnt out. It's just too competitive. I get angry. I break things because I always have to win, or I always have to do my best. And if I don't, I would get really angry. So I kind of stopped. I haven't played golf in maybe once or twice in the last 15 years.
All right.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying, go ahead. Sorry.
You're good. Go ahead. Oh yeah. Mowing my grass would be something.
Yeah. What's the deal with that? You have a thing for your grass?
I do. I'm that guy in your neighborhood you see at 7:00 in the morning mowing his grass in the dew. Every morning.
Every morning?
Every morning. Grass grows the best when it's cut often. If you treat it right.
Yeah, well,
so you can do that without jumping into that rabbit hole.
Oh, I'm in that rabbit hole.
Oh, you are?
I didn't even think about it because it's wintertime right now. The grass is dormant. Nothing's growing. So all I do is blow leaves maybe once or twice a month.
Do you tip?
Yeah. Do I what?
Sorry.
It's trying to be funny.
Sorry. Sorry. You asked for third hour, Aaron. That was it.
Yeah. They're asking what type of grass. It's Bermuda grass. Bermuda grass. So into March, it'll kick in. And then I'll be out there mowing constantly.
So I have a neighbor who has crazy OCD down the street. He's awesome. Like crazy OCD. And he does the similar thing. But then he's out there with hand shears, and he's eyeballing it to make sure everything is.
I don't get that bad, but you'll hear me cuts out loud if I start a straight line and I veer off in any direction and it's not a straight line anymore. I'm like going and I miss a spot and I'll mohawk and I'll go back. I'm like, fuck.
Wow.
Neighbors will look at me like all areas again. He must not have hit a straight line.
The best part is that his neighbor is white trash and they do nothing to their lawn. And you could just see, like, every year he builds a fence a little bit higher, a little bit taller, a little bit longer. Oh, it's so good. Because I mean, this house is like the Munsters house. And their house is immaculate.
Like my neighbor cuts his yard like this high, Bermuda, and I cut mine about that high. So when our yards meet, it's literally like, it looks like a fence of grass going all the way down. And I'll come out there with shears and I'll make that line as crisp and as straight and perfect as possible.
It's wild. That is wild. I don't have that kind of. I don't have that energy. It's just kind of like as a matter of fact, I will bring my neighbor booze if I can bribe him to not mow his lawn for like 1 week. Like, Jared, please.
It's funny. My neighborhood.
I don't have the time this week to mow my lawn. Can you not mow your lawn so I don't look like complete trash?
My neighborhood's like It's not a no. It's a newer neighborhood, but there's no sidewalks. Every
Oh.
house is on a 3/4 1 acre lot, and majority, probably 70%, are retired. So I got this one guy that lives behind me. He goes golfing every morning at the same time that I'm mowing. He's just like, "You asshole!
On
You're
purpose,
making me
like,
look bad." My wife's like, "Why can't my yard look like his?" Every morning comes by, he runs and says, "Asshole!"
yeah, that's me and Jared for sure. Come on, man. Seriously.
I said, "You want me to drop in that truck and come beat you at golf? I haven't played in 15 years, but I'll do it.
Oh, boy.
Then you'll want me to go back to mowing grass."
So do you get stuck in like lawn mowing content like on TikTok and stuff?
No,
You don't. So you just enjoy it like as like a side hobby thing, but like not like obsessive.
I like to do my own thing. If you obsess too much about grass, I feel like I don't know, you do too much.
Yeah.
It's like
Steve
detailing.
really wants to know what's going on with you, dude.
Do you?
I think Steve has a thing for grass too.
I think he does.
No, I don't burn stripes. I'll mow 4 different directions every day, and I'll keep that pattern. I'll mow straight, horizontal, vertical, and then I'll mow at an angle.
I put my left tire where my right tire was, and that's it.
Yeah, I alternate pattern. Yeah,
That's all I do. Left tire, right tire, left tire, right tire.
You're that guy's got you guys got the tire marks in the yard. You just drive over the same tire marks.
Yeah.
It makes a big old rut in the yard, right?
Well, I mean, the thing is that the way that my yard is shaped, it looks exactly like Superman's emblem. So yeah, yeah.
I would outline that and make it look cool, and I put an S in the middle.
Well, I don't have that kind of time or talent. I'm stupid.
It's the only exercise I get. It's one of the other main reasons.
Do you push or do you ride?
It's well, I have a push mower. It's a reels mower though. It's a golf course mower.
All right. Yeah, I have a rider.
But when I play golf all the time, I worked on a greens crew, so that's where I learned how to use alternating patterns and clean up laps and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of guys that are hobbyists that will what they call burning stripes. They'll mow the same direction every single time. It pronounces the stripes, but then at the same time, you're kind of making the grass not growing all directions. Rather, you're training it to grow one direction. Which I don't like. Yeah, I like OCD grass. But I want grass to be grass. I want it to do its thing. I cut it low, make it want to grow sideways rather than up. And I don't like to over chemical it. You get the rabbit hole. It's just like detailing. You got 15 different products to do a job that probably 5 or 6 products could do. And you just get crazy.
Yeah, but I mean you're missing out on
shots fired.
You're missing out on the dandelions. You're missing out on the wild strawberries. You're missing out on the clover leaves. You're missing out on all kinds of wonderful things.
I have some battery sprayers that will kill those in a heartbeat.
He's got a storage full of them.
Come out there, I'll grab my battery sprayer.
Boy, if I had a dollar for every time I heard this. Woo.
I got hardcore chemicals for that stuff.
Keep that bush high and tight. All right.
Yeah. The comments are. Yeah.
This is becoming a Thor channel all of a sudden. All this rowdiness.
Yeah, I was wondering, Keith, because I get stuck sometimes on TikTok watching. I don't know if I'm sure you've seen it. The guy that does the lawns for free. He goes out to like random.
Yeah. Is that Al Blades?
Neighborhoods?
Al Blades.
So.
And then there's a couple other guys. They do the yard. I can actually, if I'm at work, I can not watch it, but play it in the background and listen.
Yeah.
There's the soothing sounds of them going out and doing that. I mean, I know a lot of the social media guys that do you ever see that guy? He's called like the lawn dad. He's got redoes his yard every year. And he always cuts perfect and does all this stuff. I've met him a few times. Pretty nice guy.
Yeah. That's
nice beaver. Cool. What movie is that from? Come on.
I don't know.
Come on.
But Christy, you're right. That the cleaning rugs, I get suckered into
I do too.
Rug stuff. Oh my God. I can't, like, I'll just go through Facebook and it's always on Facebook for some reason. And I'll see it and I just
if it's on Facebook, I mean it's either way.
Thank you.
Just like a disaster detail.
Yeah.
It's satisfying to watch either way, but most of it's fake.
Right.
You ever seen it? Who sees a carpet that looks like that?
Never.
I've never seen a carpet that looks like that before.
I don't
With
even know
the
what you're talking about.
I saw one. It looked like, I swear, like they put chia seeds. They grew chia. They were like growing grass. I'm like, somebody just planted those seeds. I can tell. I can look at it.
Yeah, I prefer
man,
bare floors myself. So
I
don't
get
know what we're talking
suckered into those things like you wouldn't even believe.
Yeah, they sit there pushing. They're putting all the chemicals on it, and the guy's got like this vacuum that's got like eyeballs on it. It's called like,
yeah, it's got the eyeballs, and he's going in.
Yeah, it's addicting for sure.
It's so addicting.
I don't believe
Every
anything I
time.
watch. Anything on Facebook, I don't believe anything on Facebook.
I don't believe it either. There's no way that stuff is real.
There's like, I see my mom on Facebook and I'm like, okay, that's the audience. My mom believes everything.
Yeah.
Wow, did you
Really?
see this? I'm like, Mom, that's AI. That's fake. What are you doing? Look at the strange creature they found on the beach in Jersey. The Montauk, what was that? The Montauk thing years ago?
Yeah.
Syringes? Are we talking about syringes? Jersey Shore syringes?
No, we're not talking Jersey Shore. That's not AI. That's real shit. That's not AI shit.
Everything on the net is true. That's right. They couldn't print it. They couldn't print it if it wasn't true.
I mean, anybody can go on Wikipedia and write whatever they want.
Pretty much.
All right. So 2025, what is on your like must to-do list for 2025, sir?
Going to MTE.
Okay.
Outside of that.
So you have 11 months of who gives a rat.
11 months of Amazon searching, I guess.
All right.
Like I said, my bubble is small. I have no real life friends. Like my only friends are like you guys, and like, you know,
Well, that's kind of hurtful.
People on social media. I don't get out. I don't know a lot. I look like people in the car show world, but I don't do that anymore. So I don't talk to anybody. So I don't do anything. I just film, watch TV, do my own thing. And
do you ever get recommendations from people? Like, do people send you stuff like, "Hey, Keav, try this out"? Do you get content that way, or?
Yeah, let me
I can imagine. I can imagine people must be sending you all kinds of stuff.
That invoked a reaction.
Yeah, my junk folder just today has 17 emails. 17 emails, and it's like, "Hey, do you want to collaborate? Paid Amazon review. This, you want to collaborate? You want to do this? You want to do that? This and that." I'm like, leave me alone. They'll Facebook message me, "Hey, this cool product on Amazon. Did you review it for me?" I'm like, "Nah, I'll look it up. If I like it, I'll do it myself."
Yeah.
Keav, Becca. Fantic did reach out one time. I didn't do a sponsorship, but they did send me some free products and vacuum cleaners. And I guess I didn't do very good numbers. So they never talked to me again.
Oh, really?
So
has anybody ever tried to come after you for doing a poor review? I know that there was a few of my people that were like, yeah, this person tried to come after me for this, and that person tried to come after me for that.
Well, I mean, I never sign anything. I never commit to anything.
Right.
Giraffe Tools tried to get me to sign a Be Nice contract or something like that. I'm like, forget it. So I went out and bought their pressure washer anyway, and I was going to dog it in a video, but it wound up being pretty good, so I couldn't. It actually was pretty good.
All right.
But that's I don't affiliate with anything. Active will send me stuff, but I usually buy it because I usually wind up getting it faster than if they send it to me, because I get that video out first. But yeah, Fantic, I buy a lot of stuff because people really want to see those, and they make some pretty good products.
Look at you being nice to people, huh? You're a real humanitarian there.
Yeah, Mary. I talked to Mary quite a few. She was like, she used to comment a lot on videos. Oh, you should. I carry DM conversations with people. I have no idea who they are, and they'll ask a question, and we'll just go down the rabbit hole. And I'm like, "Why, Scott? Who are you talking to now?" And I'm like, "This guy asked me a question about a thing, and now we're talking about sports cars." I don't know.
It happens like that.
Yeah, and I'm not snobby or anything. I'm not going to respond. I mean, I respond to every comment, and I just don't say like, "Hey, cool, thanks, blah blah blah," unless it's just you said something, and I'm just saying, "Hey." But if you ask a real question, I'm going to give you a real answer, which sucks because if a video does really well, it takes me 4 or 5 hours to go through those comments.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, you've got a ton of comments on your videos.
Because I don't have it either. Like if you send me a paragraph,
It's a real comment.
I'm gonna send you a paragraph back.
Yeah.
This is so.
I want to see a
control.
Keav OG pressure wash. That reminds me, I need to reach out to Matt because when I go to MTE, I kind of want to go see OG headquarters. I know he's going to be in town for it because I think him and Anthony from the Rad Company are planning to tour MTE together.
If I remember correctly, he's not too far away from Orlando. I think he's like what, an hour and a half, maybe.
He's like an hour north, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I Google Maps stalked him once, and he's got like all kinds. It's a pretty neat layout.
Dude, I'll tell you, all I want to do is I want to go in there and I want to watch how they rebottle. I want to see the machines, and I want to see how they make the hoses because they make hoses in house. So it'd be really cool to see that process. Yeah, like I think Dad's in charge of the operation, that part where they buy continental hose by the thousands of feet and rolls, and they crimp them there on site. They put the crimps, they put the fittings on, and make them to the specific sizes. I think you can custom order any size length you want, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd really like to see that.
That's pretty cool.
Scott Kelly, welcome.
Yep. It's a lot of money though, because he's telling me about how much it costs because he has to buy about like I think 250,000 feet at a time in hose.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in order to get the commitment to be able to get the product.
And probably to get it to the price point he wants to get it to.
Yeah. He's supposed to start doing like these bottling programs where like you can order the product from him, the chemical, and you can get it in a press-all bottle instead of like an Adams bottle or whatever. They rebottle it there.
Aaron, maybe you can send your stuff to him so he can rebottle it into better spray triggers.
He bought.
Hey, I got beef with you.
With me
on Apex bottle. Now yes, I did order it from the House of Rags, so it could have been UPS or the packaging, but the little twist on top where you squeeze, it was cracked all the way around the top.
That's fair.
Oh.
Yeah,
and then I was in the video and I was trying to pour it into a foam can, and he just went.
And it was like leaking.
Yeah. So
I was like, I was gonna be nice to Aaron. I didn't show any of that happening. So.
Well, I mean, listen, it does happen. Again, I don't make the parts, but I also have, I have the really strong, push down, flip up cap. You push down. I like those. And I have boxes and boxes of those. It's just it's kind of a preference. Most people are like, I really like the twist cap, and I'm just like, yeah, but they're kind of brittle, but they like them. Yep. But I mean, I'm looking at them right now. I have half of my bottles have the push cap, and the other half have the twist cap, and it's just like and they're both available on the website. And I would imagine, it's a new website, as you know. Eddie just helped me build it in October of last year. So like, I'm thinking if there's an option that I can put an option. Do you want the twist cap or do you want the snap cap? I don't have a pony in the race. So if it works better, I'd rather have it just work.
I think you'd rather have just one because you could cut costs by having more volume on the other one, right? Like you'd have just specific. Well, if you give an option, it does cost you money and labor to make sure you put the right cap in there.
I have them both in stock because the push caps are for like the quart sizes of everything. So because it's just easier to use a push cap for a quart than it is for a twist. But no cap here. All right. I'm working on it.
Adrian sent me one from the hot sauce, the green little screw top from the hot sauce. I use that on my Papa Cut, and it works perfectly fine.
All right. Well, maybe 2025 we get rid of the twist tops. Blah blah blah. And I'll just have them available. I guess if people want them, they can buy them. I don't care.
It's crazy when you get into things like that, like a twist top, things that can become more fragile. Because I've had conversations with some companies, when they're developing products, and I like hear all the inside stuff, and I'm like, oh wow, like, oh yeah, we had that. That was on our wish list, but when they gave us the budget, we had to pick and choose what we wanted on the wish list. We couldn't get everything we wanted.
Yeah.
Like some of my favorite products, I'm like, why the new one isn't as good as the old one? Well, because it wasn't on the wish list. We corrected it. Our facility in Germany or whatever figured it out, but it was too costly, so it had to be taken off.
Yeah,
So
well, I've been in discussions with Jamie and Eddie about the triggers. Apparently, that's an ongoing gag that my triggers are trash.
It's not apparently. I mean, it is.
Shut it, Eileen.
You ever seen like a video of a product and you see them like, oh, this is an amazing product, and you see them like spray it, and you're like, it shouldn't take 50 trigger
Any
pulls
day now. Any day now.
to coat it. It's like, I'm like, man, do your fingers not hurt? Like, I mean, I wanted to like 5 sprays. I should be able to cover a tire. Like sweep, 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 sweep. They just, especially
So
like
again, but it boils down to cost. And what I was always trying to do was I was trying to make it as affordable as possible for the consumer. And apparently the consumer wants to spend a little bit more money if they can get a reliable trigger. So that's what we're doing in 2025.
because you have like a different amount, right? You have like Talco sprayer, you have like your base ones, you have your high alkaline, you have your heavy chemical, like there's tons of
acid resistant, chemical resistant, regular
Viton seals versus regular seals, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, we just need better ones. It doesn't have to be the right one. It just needs to be the better one.
Yeah. And it's tough because you don't really know what you're going to get until you get them. I had an entire case of triggers that, because I get them from a third party. I get it, like I'll order them through Carry Company or there's a couple of Champion containers. So there's a whole bunch of different places that you can get triggers from. And if they're outsourcing to say China or whatever, you have no idea what you're going to get until it shows up. And that's been a very frustrating component.
It's like people ask me my test nozzles that I use for pressure washers and stuff. What do you use? I'm like, I drive to Northern Tool and I pick them off the rack. And they're sometimes mixed made in China, made in USA. And I hand pick the made in USA ones because they're always dead on accurate.
Yeah.
They cost more, but
it's worth
make sure that I get the right stuff. I'll go out of my way to do that. I'll come in there and I'll walk in with my pin gauge set.
You know what? I don't need to be here, Eileen. You can do this show without me. You and Rick can do this show without me. If you're going to keep throwing shade. The two of you, I'd take my ball and go home. I don't care. I get paid the same whether I'm here or not.
Well, simmer down over there.
No,
you started the conversation. And you know where it goes. You know what happens.
I'm going to come out of retirement and start drinking some apple juice and then start.
It's just everyone knows.
You want to throw hands, Eileen? I'm ready. Let's throw hands. Let's do this. Huh?
I don't even know what's going on.
Listen.
You're talking a bunch of shit, man. Read the channel. Read the chat between her and Rick.
You get diesel forearms if you use Phoenix products. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. You get a workout. I'm trying to look out for you. Keep you in shape.
Why do you think I'm cracking in the IK foamer? Because I can't use this sprayer.
So you what right now? I'm ready. Woo! Woo! Woo!
All right, where's the bottle?
It's empty.
It's coming.
It's empty. For this very reason. I'm gonna start drinking cooking sherry here in a minute.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
We'll come at you like a spider monkey.
There you go, Jamie. Let's talk about Hydra. See, Hydra's amazing. It doesn't foam, but it's great.
It doesn't need to foam. It's not supposed to foam. We didn't design it to foam. Okay? Foaming rinse is stupid. We're gonna
Especially when you make a foamy one you make one that foams you didn't intend to.
Oop. I didn't say that, but we were all thinking it.
And then everybody's like, I like the foamy rinse, so we'll just come out with one.
Let's put this on a t-shirt, huh?
Yeah, let's all stop. Let's take the focus off Aaron and start making fun of
Let's put
somebody
that on a
else.
t-shirt. See what
Yeah,
happens.
let's do that.
That's
Let's do that.
Ugh.
Oh
Well,
man.
I'll see you guys. In 2 weeks? We got Carlos.
Let's go to the Q&A.
Yeah, right. Mhm.
No, we should. Anybody have questions for Keav? Please throw them in the chat.
Just don't ask me what my
We'll
favorite
ask-
dessert is.
Yeah, don't. We already asked
Yeah.
that. Let's not ask that. Every trigger come with an armrest brace. Yep.
I mean,
Let's see here.
you could have spent 4 or 5 years trying to figure out a sprayer, and then it still doesn't work.
Yeah, we do everything.
A double pump sprayer that works
but
for like 5 minutes and then it stops double pumping.
we do everything by the seat of our pants, so we didn't have to worry about that.
How about this one? Why do some companies make modifications to chemicals but don't say they did or don't show a V2 on the bottles?
Well, I know one company that doesn't. They'll
Phoenix
tell you
doesn't.
V4, V5.
I like for the first month I'll try to
We make you guess.
I'll try to have everybody handwrite it. But I'll tell you right out of the gate, for me, it's because the more labels that I buy, the cheaper they become. So I'll buy, thousands of labels at a time. And then somebody like Jamie, the cleaner, will come along and tell me that my Hydra is trash. And then within 2 or 3 weeks, we come up with the ultimate rinseless, and it's better. And so we'll launch it as V2 or V3 or whatever it is at the time. But I still have thousands of labels of the original stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure if you look at the label right now, it'll still say 1 ounce to 1 gallon, which was the original version of Hydra.
Danged if you do, danged if you don't. Because if you don't say it, people will be like, hey, why is it like why is it so milky looking? Why is it not clear anymore? Or why is this? Why is this? Why is this different? Because people in this niche, man, they notice the details.
Oh yeah,
they'll see, oh wow, it's streaking more than it used to. What's wrong? So you kind of have to.
So basically, Chrissy, to answer your question, it's like I'm not going to throw away 3,000 labels just because I changed the formula in the course of 2 weeks.
You could get a little sticker that says like V2, V4, and just.
Well, like I said, for the first month, I was writing it on, like we were having everybody write it. Like if you fill this order, write V2 or write V3 on the label, like with a silver Sharpie. And then after like the first month, hopefully people have caught on now. By that point, it's cycled through and people know that they got the new stuff.
I wouldn't have noticed it because I don't read the directions. So
thank
I would
you.
never
I
even
appreciate
look
that
at it.
about you. Yeah. I appreciate that about you very much. I wish more people were like that. I wish more people were like, I use it how I like it.
Yeah.
And call it a day. You know what
It's
I mean?
like when we think about the labels, though, was Incredible Suds when it first came out, it said to use 4 or 5 ounces in a foam cannon.
Yeah, it did. It was insane.
They said that for a long time. I'm like, no, what? Even I wouldn't.
Don't ever. That's too many glugs.
That's too much.
That's too many glugs.
Yeah. All right, let's go through these. We got some questions here. What type of Bermuda does Keav have?
My front yard is common Bermuda, and my backyard is Tifway 419.
Okay. Keav, did you ever try the difference between the 40 volt versus 18 volt Ryobi pressure sprayer?
I actually have both the backpack sprayer, 18 volt and 40 volt. I don't notice a difference between either one of them performance wise. The 40 volts just last a lot longer, but they're heavier.
Do you use a script or are you all freestyle?
I'm freestyle. Like I am off the top of the head with everything. I'll research the listing or the product. I'll research the material. I'll dive into a rabbit hole for a little bit on stuff, and I'll remember it all, and then I'll just go.
I was gonna say that doesn't really. You have a photographic memory that doesn't really count as because the script is already here.
No, I feel if it's scripted, it doesn't feel like you're like experiencing this thing together. I feel like I'm presenting a commercial if I'm running a script. Like I just want to just go out there and just do what I want to do. Like everything that I would want to do is what I would do in the video. The people will come back later in the comments, be like, "Hey, you should have done this." You shouldn't. And I'm like, "Well, it didn't organically come up, so I don't think it would have It wouldn't have looked right.
Yeah. All right, Keav, do you know of a 1/4-inch smooth jacket pressure washer hose? I know I asked a while ago. There was none.
I think did it Uberflex just come out with one?
I
ProPulse.
thought Uberflex did, yeah.
ProPulse owns Uberflex. They make Flexzilla. They make, they license the patent, right, to all those products. Because I thought the ProPulse before, because they had reached out to me because I made a video on that E.O.D pressure washer, and I was saying how their hose was very similar to the Uberflex. And the CEO reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, we don't license that to them." So he says, "Thanks for letting me know." So he's going to go.
Oh, really?
To make sure he's protecting his patent. I was like, "Uh-oh, what did I just cause?"
Ruh-roh.
I think I like Josh's last video. He did like new detailing products for 2025. I thought I saw in the thumbnail. I didn't watch the video yet. I thought I saw in the thumbnail a smooth jacket Pro Pulse, but I don't know if it's a 1/4 inch or not. But I don't know if too many smooth jacket outside of Uberflex now.
What do you do with all the products you test? They're in a storage room.
Mm-hmm. Or they're in the trash can.
Or in the trash.
Well, I mean, like the MJC bottles, they're sitting up on the shelf over here as trophies.
Trophies.
Any word on E.O.D coming out with a cheaper
E.O.D
cordless power washer?
E.O.D is coming out with a smaller version this spring. I am waiting for it.
All right. Enthusiast, have you looked at Adam's pressure washer hose? Okay, that's an answer to that one.
Yeah, I did a couple of Adams reviews, and I used the last one I did Adams, forget what it's called, 3.0 something. The hose. I like their hose. It's very nice. It's a little restrictive, I think, when you look at the internal diameters. A little bit smaller than some other hoses.
Oh, let's see. Pan's latest video didn't compliment Immortal too well. Gian can is more slicker. Oh wait, hold on. Just trying to go through these, see if I can find a question.
Oh, but we read that
Milwaukee or Flex? Which system is better in your opinion? I'm on the fence, but 24-volt sounding really good.
I've never tried either one. I am a Ryobi guy all the way.
Cool.
And since I'm in a garage like this and I don't do mobile or anything, if I use a polisher, it's going to be wired. I don't want to do a switching.
I was watching older videos for reference. Noticed that you have slimmed down quite a bit. What's your secret?
Ozempic.
Cookies. Cookies and apple pie.
It's Ozempic.
And mowing is on.
I'm a diabetic, so Ozempic was, and I wasn't doing too well. I wasn't keeping my numbers down like I should. So we decided to change direction, went to Ozempic, and basically my diabetes is gone. And
awesome. Well,
I don't eat as much, lost about a little over 50 pounds. And then mowing the grass, obviously, during the summer really helped as well.
Best budget e-foamer for wheels and tires.
What is budget?
What is well, yeah, I guess so. That's true.
Matt Mormon budget, or is it? Oh man, that's such a tough one because I have favorites. I have favorites, and people in the comments are like, "This thing sucked," and I'm like, "Dude, it's working awesome for me." I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why it's this spring I put a bunch of videos out on these cheap e-foamers, and got a lot of flack for it from, "Hey, this doesn't work," or it didn't work out the second attempt, blah blah blah. That's why I go through the week to 2 weeks of rigorous testing now before I go through a lot of chemicals now than I used to, for sure.
Yeah.
But
will you be testing the IK one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the SPTA, if it's on a good deal, it's in the $50 range. It's not budget, but it's almost to the point now with these cheap Amazon ones, I'm wanting to spend a little more to get a little bit better product.
To get a better product, yeah.
Yeah. But the IK e-foamer will set the bar when it comes out. I mean, I already put my hands on it at SEMA. I've been in touch with them. It's delayed, so it's probably late spring, I think, before it lands, April-ish. What does Keav do with that leftover apple pie? We'll just tell your mother we ate it all.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Well, that's it. Those are all the questions.
That's it. Come on, guys.
$5 say the new IK doesn't have clear marking on it.
Yeah, it's not going to break either.
It'll sell out in 15 minutes, probably.
I have the IK
where's Carlos when you need it?
Pro 12 with the battery, and I've liked it. I mean, I don't detail nearly as much as any of you guys, but
You don't have to like IK. All they've done is procured the hack for you to use an inflator pump on IK, because using an inflator pump on IK, it is the exact same experience. They didn't change the top. They didn't change the technology, how it's sprayed. All they did was add a compressor to the bottom that has a tube that goes into the bottle, pressurizes. All you have to do is whatever bottle there is, you can drill a hole and put a tire inflator valve in there and fill it up, and you can get amazing results. Because most people, when they use an IK sprayer, you see in the videos, they pump it like 10 times. Well, to get full pressure, it's like 50 to 100 times.
Oh yeah.
You know, and the only way you're going to get that is with an air compressor or something like that to get the true performance that you're wanting.
Yeah, that's what
That's why a lot of people complain about IKs, because they only pump 10 or 20 times. They're not going to get the foam experience 10 to 20 times. They're just not.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't do Timo. Timo has offered me a lot of money to do Timo deep dives, and I'm like, I won't do it. Amazon's my vice. I only stay in one marketplace. Yeah.
Alrighty. Here we got one last question. Do you guys use a microfiber wash and a free and clear soap in your wash, or just the microfiber wash by itself?
I use the Renaissance from
You like it?
Detail. Oh yeah, it's awesome.
I went to get it on my last order and it was out of stock.
It spanks rags to riches.
Really?
All my towels and rags to riches always came out a little, almost felt like, you know, like when you do clothes and there's like starch. It's got this roughness to it. You have to kind of like snap the towel a few times and kind of, you know, rub on the towel to get it to soften up. They just come out perfect every time. I throw a little bit in a bucket when I get done washing. If I'm using a drying aid, I'll throw it in there, let it break down, and then I'll throw it in my washing machine and go at it.
Nice.
And I've got lots of it because the first shipment got damaged, so I still have that half bottle, and I got another bottle.
Cool. So I'll have to add it to my next order, because I wanted to get it the last time, but yeah, it was out of stock. So
yeah, that stuff
it's good.
It's good. Like washing machine, 2 ounces, full load.
Done.
Nice. And I've let that stuff sit in a bucket, like sitting over on the side right now. It's been in there for like a week and a half. Doesn't stink, doesn't smell, still foams up. So I just keep reusing it.
Cool. Very cool.
All right. So it looks like the House of Rags gentlemen are cutting out. They got Eddie might have already left. Jamie is still here, but he's getting ready to leave. They texted me. And I know we're a few minutes early, but they want me to give something away. They want me to give away a gallon of their Loki, new product Loki.
That's what I got coming.
So we have a gallon of Loki up for grabs for the first person that can answer Eileen's next question.
Okay. We'll go with what is the
don't answer.
What?
I said marry an enthusiast, don't answer.
Okay, very good.
That are not eligible. Give the rest of the question.
Keav said what his one album would be that he could listen to for the rest of his life.
That's true.
What is that one album?
No, Kelly, they already won tonight. We already gave 2 things away, Scott.
Oh wow!
What happens if I want to get first place?
There's no 0 pingers in here. It's taking a little bit.
Close, Franco. You're on the right track. Oh, there you go. So Westcat got it.
Spice World. If you want to be my lover, you gotta be with my friends.
You know, which is also what a weird lyric. Because if you want to get with me, you got to get with those 4 first, which is just kind of gross. If you ask me.
At the time, I wouldn't have minded.
Yeah, that's true. Ginger Spice. I mean, we all know redheads are either. Well, they're just.
Wes, email Aaron and.
No. This is from. I don't even have Loki. You're gonna have to email.
Jamie don't email Aaron. Never
Jamie
email Aaron.
I mean, if you do email me, I'll just forward it on to them. But
yeah, don't email him. Just email Jamie or Eddie And yeah, get that Loki.
Just
That
do me a
gal
favor:
Loki,
is when you get it, use it. The next podcast, tell Eddie and Jamie it doesn't foam.
Yeah, tell them it doesn't work. Wes knows what's up. I guess apparently Wes has won from them as much as they've won from me.
Yeah, he actually on one of Eddie's.
Have a good night, Conway.
He won one of the pressure washers that I gave away.
Oh really?
Oh really?
Somebody asked my cat's name. His cat's name is Tigger.
T.I. double
Oh,
Tigger.
Tigger.
Oh bother.
very cool.
Hey, that's public domain now. We can do whatever we want with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is the happy birthday song public domain yet?
I don't know, probably. I mean, if Winnie the Pooh's public domain. And apparently, like Batman or Superman's coming up on their 100-year mark too. So that's going to be interesting.
Just think when Marvel gets to 100-year.
Yeah, but they came on the scene like around 1963, so they still got a good.
Yeah, I mean, did Jamie and them talk to them about using Loki?
Well, the way they get around it is they refer to Loki as the Norse god of ancient Norse mythology. So theoretically, they have the ability to do any of the Asgard stuff, Midgard stuff. They can do any, like, you can do, that's how I can get away with doing all the ancient Roman stuff because it's all open licensing. As long as you stick to that. Now, if they were to refer to, Loki as in the Marvel Loki, I'm sure they would probably run into trouble. But as long as they stick to the ancient Norse mythology, they're fine. As a matter of fact, we're working on a collab together, and we're using another Norse mythological monster that's going to be a collab between Phoenix and House of Rags. So you heard it here first. Yep, Norse mythology, free to use. So
I dare you to name a product Asgard.
Asgard. Exactly, and that's what we're going to name it. Where did he go? He didn't just drop out.
He's like, on that note.
On that note, peace. Wow. All right. Well, hopefully he comes back. Otherwise, we'll just do our
tune in, guys, for your
run. So we got while we have there he is. Boop.
What happened?
For Phoenix,
you happened. We didn't touch it. That was all you, bud.
I think Xfinity's doing one of their maintenances.
Phoenix is coming out with their next interior ceramic coating called Asgard.
The leather coating.
Good for pleather. It's good for pleather.
That was good.
All right. So, here we are. 2 hours. Congratulations. You win a prize.
So we're not breaking any records tonight, but
no. Well, I think the record is 6 hours, and I don't know. It was the birthday bash. We went on for 6 hours on the birthday bash.
Thank you, Bill.
But I will say this: I am running on fumes. The Pay It Forward campaign was a smashing success. Keav, thank you so much for your absolutely generous donation. Papa Smurf and Matt from Extra Mile Detailing, they also are contributing to the shipping. As amazing as all the donations have been, this could not be possible without the assistance of for some shipping help. Because of the amount of stuff before, the last 2 years, I've done it myself, no problem, because it was like a polisher and 12 bottles of product. But this year, I mean, we've got extractors and shop vacs and steamers and 7 different polishers, and I mean, between Chelsea and Nick Fife from NF Detail, they sent so many chemicals. We were able to help 15 individuals, aka 15 families. It was amazing. 15 people are going to get a little bump up right in the beginning of 2025. and it could not be done. It could not be done without this community. It could not be done without supporters like you, Keav, and I am just so grateful. I am grateful to you, Eileen. I am extremely grateful to you. You have been the backbone of the Pay It Forward this year. You were able to sort out all of those items and make sure that they found the perfect home for the needs of what the people were looking for. So it was unbelievably successful.
Think about it, you probably have discounted rates, right? Through whatever.
Yes, sir.
Because think if somebody like me was to ship this stuff by myself going to the UPS store.
Oh, that's terrible.
Like,
That's terrible.
It's
I have my
a pressure washer. It was like $180 to
Yeah.
ship it from Atlanta to bum F Idaho
Yeah.
somewhere.
Somebody needs to give you that
I have
UPS
my
account
own
number.
private account, like through UPS. I have my own private account, and then I also have the account that I get from being with. Before it was ShipStation, and now it's part of Shopify, and they have their own negotiated rates. And sometimes I'll just check to see, and it's like $7 to ship through Shopify and $30 to ship through my own private account. So yeah, it absolutely is discounted crazy. It's bananas what the private person pays in shipping. It's
insanity.
Yeah, you sit there and wonder, you're like, how do these companies get away with free shipping on a lot of stuff? I'm like, well, at my level, I see what like a DC spends with UPS with a major
for sure.
contract that deals with millions of packages. It's like, there's stipulations, right? You have a min and a max. You can't go. You have to keep a minimum amount of packages, but you also have a maximum because you can't overflow their network. But the cost, I'm like, wow, that's how they can do free shipping.
Sure.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So that being said, UPS Advantage, sometimes USPS Advantage. So Westcat, the thing is that through Shopify is basically a collective bargaining. So basically every single company that ships using Shopify helps negotiate better pricing for everybody else that's using Shopify. So basically Shopify has the account and then we buy from Shopify. As opposed, so that's how that works. So when Brian from Apex uses Shopify to ship, it helps my rates. When I use Shopify to ship, it helps the House of Rags to ship. And all these guys. BioBombs the same way.
Usually USPS is a little more expensive.
Yeah.
And ground advantage is basically what First Class used to be, right? They renamed
That's correct.
it.
Yeah, they combined three of them. It was First Class, Ground Advantage, and there's something else that they like Priority Select or something stupid. But there was three different types of shipping that they combined into one. And now it's just, I think it's Priority Mail and Ground Advantage are the two.
Think about it. Look, Rick is at a Flames game. Must be nice.
Hey, Rick.
What is Flames? Is that badminton? What is that?
You don't know I mean, I don't even watch hockey, and I know who the Calgary Flames are.
Stop.
Yeah.
I'm teasing him.
He knows. He's being.
You can't tease Rick's my
I'm just
bro.
saying,
only I can tease Rick.
Does Canada even really qualify to be in the National Hockey League?
Keav, I appreciate you so much for your time.
I mean, if they want to become the 51st state, like it's been proposed, I suppose, you could let the Canadian hockey teams back into the National Hockey League. I guess. I guess that's something. Shots fired! Shots fired!
If they don't want to pay,
I'm sorry, everyone. That's from Canada.
Curling national sport. Exactly. I love curling.
Please.
If they don't want to pay those tariffs, they're going to have to be.
Hold. Curling is the best Olympic sport ever.
It's the funnest to watch.
Right?
It really is.
Agreed. Oh, Canada. We shall rename Canada North America. Agreed. Just like in the board game Risk. All right.
Moving right along.
It's our NHL playing the LA Kings tonight. Rick, come on, Rick. We're friends and all, but I mean, you called a Gundam a transformer, so I got to be honest with you. I kind of question your abilities to rationalize things out. Gundam and Transformers are not even remotely the same thing. Just come on.
What is a Gundam?
Some Japanese knockoff, whatever. But when he went out to Tokyo, they saw a life-size robotic model of a Gundam, and on video he's just like, look at this transformer, it's awesome. And I'm just, oh, you sir, how dare you besmirch an 80s classic.
Like last weekend we were out in Gatlinburg, and we were leaving to go get some food, and everybody's come out the door. I'm like, Autobots, let's roll.
Yeah,
my kid's like, oh out. My gosh, what is this?
Transform and roll out, sir.
Let's roll
That's
out.
what he says. Autobots, transform and roll out. I'm done here. All right, I can't. You're supposed to be like, you said that you were a pop culture superstar with a photographic memory, and now
real pop culture.
Yeah. So like G.I. Joe and
I don't need AI. I don't have to ask AI a question about it.
I don't have to ask AI about the 80s Transformers either. Generation 1, the greatest generation. The greatest
tell you what though, more people wanted the Megatron toy than the Optimus Prime toy.
It's true.
I had the plane. So much cooler than Optimus Prime. Just was.
Wait, what did you just say?
It was a jet, fighter jet, spaceship, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, he was a gun. Megatron was a gun, and he would transform into a gun, and Shockwave would hold it and shoot that gun. And then later on, it became like some stupid tank. But originally, it was a gun. He would transform into a gun, and then they would blow the crap out of everything with the gun. Where's this plane coming from? What are you talking about? It was like the Starscream. There was three jets: Ramjet, Starscream, and who's the third stupid? It was the blue and the black one. There was a purple one, the white and red one, Starscream. Anyway, the point of the story is that Megatron was never a jet. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, man, I had Megatron. He was a jet plane. His head came out of the middle.
Megatron.
Maybe this is your early 80s. I'm talking late 80s.
All right. And this is where AI needs to come in and be like, sorry, Keav, you're wrong, but I'm going to try it.
Regardless, the best show of that era was Airwolf. I had the helicopter, and I was like, the little missile thing that come out the bottom was like fixed, and I sawed it off to try to make it to where you could go into stealth mode and have the cannon come out. My mom got so mad at me.
Oh, dude, Airwolf! I
remember that.
I probably spent millions of dollars on the Airwolf video game down there at the bowling alley. I would have pockets full of quarters, and I would ride my bike to the bowling alley, and I would just dump quarters into the Airwolf video game. I loved that video game so much.
And now you can't even ride your bike down the road.
In RID and RID, Revenge of the Fallen, Megatron can transform into a jet mode that allowed him to fly through space and use his fusion cannon. An alien jet. In Cybertron, he was an alien jet and race car. Megatron has also been a dragon, a giant hand, a bat, and an alien race. This is stupid.
You know what sucks is when you learn that you're not as smart as you think you are.
No, this is stupid. I'm sorry, it's stupid. It's not. That can't be Generation 1. That has to be something else. I mean, I guess they were all kind of jets when they were on Cybertron before they came to Earth. I guess they were like these triangle-looking jets.
What is Jamie talking about? He literally went on a 7-hour podcast and didn't get the longest podcast.
Oh, so
you still bitter about that?
Yeah, he is. So here's the thing:
Vienna sausages.
I was under the impression, again, now mind you, by the end of most of my shows, I'm pretty trashed. And so I was under the impression that, like, originally Eric Papa Smurf and I, we did a podcast, and it was like 3 hours and I thought it was like 3 hours and 8 minutes or something like that. So Jamie said he was going to come on the show and break the records. And so he came on the show and did 3 hours and like 14 minutes. And it was like, all right, you did it. You won. You now hold the record for the longest podcast with Curmudgeon's Corner. And he got off. And then, the super nerds went back and was like, nope, it was 3 hours and 36 minutes with Papa Smurf. Jamie is 15 minutes short. And so he has basically held that over my head ever since, to which my rebuttal now is, you're going to have to do over 6.5 hours to beat the new record. Sorry, but Papa Smurf was at the birthday show in July, and he stayed on I think Papa Smurf was on there even longer than Eileen. Nobody can read it, Eileen. Too bad. What does it say? I can't read it on my camera. Please don't leave. This rant should be over soon.
Don't you have like a soundbite of like the Oscar music like playing in the background?
You know what's weird is that like I thought I was listening to a podcast. I forgot I was on the podcast.
I don't need to be here. All right. Wrap it up. I'll see you.
Oh.
Come on back.
No.
We still love you.
No, you don't. You've been taking shots at me all day.
You should do
Listen,
the next.
I got a message on Instagram, and then I got stuck scrolling on Instagram and forgot I wasn't even on the podcast.
You don't have anything you contribute to Megatron? All right.
Tell Aaron how boring.
Don't.
Tell Aaron how boring he is without telling Aaron how boring he is.
Oh, man, and I thought Rick Smith was rough. Oh my gosh.
Hey, wait! Your Curmudgeon's Corner at MTE you should just do a big one with everybody that's there.
Just what?
Do a big Curmudgeon's Corner with everybody that's in town for MTE.
That would be fun. That would be a good time. It would be a good time. Good thing Eileen's not going to be there.
I'll be there in spirit.
Uh-huh. I'm going to put that spirit in a bottle and chuck it into the ocean.
Transformer conversation?
We're done. I'm done talking. It's all you now. This is the Eileen show.
Franco, talk about space robots, and God forbid you get it wrong. Jeez, Aaron.
I tell you what, he was like he's chomping at the bit. He's like, oh, he's wrong. He's wrong. He was a gun.
I mean, come on. He was a gun.
You're talking to the guy with the photogrammetric memory here. I was playing with that toy. I remember.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it right now, and that's not Generation 1.
God forbid you say Mecha Bob's name wrong.
You gotta remember, it's just like Phoenix. We gotta be in like version 4, version 5.
Right.
Go ahead. I'm all right with that. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with evolving. I'm all right with that. But I'm just saying, Generation 1. Yeah.
Did Generation 1 even have toys?
Ouch. Yes.
Was it cool enough at that point?
Yeah, it was way cool. I had them all, and it was weird because Cliff.
Everybody cared about Thundercats.
Same, even though they what? I got those too.
Everybody cared about Thundercats.
I got the entire. All right.
I know you do.
I got the entire set. I do.
That's how you met his girlfriend.
Don't question it. Don't question
AI
it.
girlfriend.
Just tell him you believe it. Just whatever he says, you believe it.
Yeah, I'm done with you.
No, because then it becomes a whole conversation.
I mean, you did cheat on her. Like, this is payback. Yeah, answer that question. What is the nerdy stuff that Eileen is into?
I'm not into any nerdy stuff. You know what I'm into? What piques my interest? pH of soaps. I can go down a rabbit hole.
So what did you think about Ivan's video today about pH? Or did you watch it?
I didn't get to watch the whole thing because I felt like I needed to like really sit down and pay attention, and at the time I really couldn't. But I heard there was some feedback on that video.
Oh, it always is when you speak your mind.
It ruffled a few feathers.
I mean, Coke is a pH of 3, so that is true.
Right.
You can't clean a car with Coke.
Right, and you can't drink wheel acid.
Well, I mean, you You could.
You could, but you,
Uh-oh.
see, I knew it. I knew
Oh.
it. All right, guys, this is where my my time is ending.
All right, you ready for this? This is Mr. I Have No Friends. Let me show you who my friends were growing up in the 80s. Huh? Dungeons and Dragons, the complete animated series. Masters of the Universe, the complete animated series. The Super Friends. Yeah.
Hey, did you know that they didn't sell DVDs back then, right?
I know, but I as an adult, I was able to.
You should be watching.
So
You should be watching beta tapes.
Look at this. Samurai Jack. Every season of Samurai Jack.
I bet you have a laser disc player.
Yeah. So what? Yeah. I also have I also have a TurboGrafx 16. Let's fight.
I did too. That was the only one I can convince my mom to buy because the TurboGrafx 16 was the cheapest video game system that you could buy.
You see that?
I can't read that.
And it says Transformers Generation 1, the complete American series.
The bad one. G.I. Joe. Hey, just remember this. Michael Bay's Transformers is the best.
I agree. Wait, was I not supposed to agree? I don't know. Yeah.
You know what? You can betray me all you want. I don't care.
Oh, there it is. Thundercats.
Okay. All right. So there you go. Yeah, you met my entire childhood.
Listen, I want to see some VHS tapes.
Oh, that's in a box over there. It wasn't even VH, it was beta. My dad had
I remember beta tapes.
My dad had a beta and he was going to hold out. It's a better quality. And I'm like, yeah, it's better quality, but I mean, nobody has it. Sorry, it's better quality, but nobody.
Just think about all the stuff that's gone over that period of time, like the technologies that just didn't go because the masses didn't adopt it. Laserdisc.
Yeah.
I mean, DVD, Blu-ray was there for a second, but then the internet took over.
Yeah. The internet, like basically the outbreak of the internet quickly overtook Blu-ray, but Blu-ray was there for a hot minute. But yeah. Outdoor detailer, I got all of Voltron over there as well, and it's the lions, not the stupid little spaceships.
Don't, guys,
32 or
me,
36
me,
spaceships.
Don't
saying.
stop it with the comments, guys.
Right, I'm telling you, he's right.
I know he's on.
However, I will say that the princess was stupid, and they should have kept.
Fix your camera. Fix your camera.
What's wrong with my camera? Oh, I'm too close. Sorry. Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah, the princess was dumb. I'm sorry.
Let's get this real stuff. The good shows. Fall Guy. MacGyver.
Yep. Max Headroom. Oh, how about this? What was the one that was like? It was kind of like Knight Rider, but it was on a motorcycle.
Oh, I don't remember that one. I remember the show, but I never really watched it.
Nighthawk. And then do you remember Mantis? Mantis, basically the dude was a quadriplegic and he had this exoskeleton suit that could make him be a superhero and function. So like he was like, you know, he was in a wheelchair and then he would put on the suit and then he could do all kinds of stuff. That was kind of cool, kind of a cool concept.
Like 18. Like even 90s Walker, Texas Ranger.
I never got into Walker.
Chuck Norris is awesome.
Not Nighthawk, Night Right? No, Street Hawk. Street Hawk. You're right. Street Hawk, not Nighthawk. Street Hawk. And he came shooting out of the sewer tunnels and stuff like that. It was pretty cool.
I don't know. I don't think Eileen needs help. I think Eileen's the one that needs help to like learn real pop culture.
I'll be honest with you. She lives in a desert. She probably, cactus and lizards are probably.
Yeah, but they're so like oversaturated in these younger generations. Like we lived at a time where you weren't oversaturated. You like had favorites and you like all this cool stuff. Now it's just so much. What do you choose? Like if you chose something you liked, you wouldn't have anything in common with like the first 100 people that you talked to.
Yeah.
But back in the 80s, everybody watched these shows.
You had 3 channels to choose from, and and you had to wait every week.
And you
to
wanted
watch.
cartoons every Saturday morning between like 8 and 11 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Then it was as a 90s kid, Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. I got into lots of arguments about 80s cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons versus after school cartoons. There's a huge difference. What would do you have a favorite? If you had to pick a favorite Saturday morning cartoon, you have a favorite?
Not really.
Laugh Olympics was mine. I loved Laugh Olympics. Hanna-Barbera's Laugh Olympics, you know, you had the 3 teams. There was like the mean team, then there was like the Scooby team, and then there was like all the other oddity teams. It was like Jabberjaws and Blue Falcon and like all those other, and they would win points, and whoever won the Olympics at the end of the program. I loved Laugh Olympics. Anyway, Eileen has checked out. She's back to scrolling IG.
Oh, I did, and I found Facebook. Sorry.
All right. Well, I think we should just wrap it up then. If she just wants to be,
no, don't do it. I am.
I'm killing it. If we can't hold your interest, we certainly can't hold Keith Firebird's Speed Buddy.
Space Ghost. Yeah.
Space Ghost was great. And then later on, it became Space Ghost Coast to Coast on Adult Swim. And
Christy,
that was
check out the replay.
What's the name of that show on Adult Swim? That was the meatball, the fries.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I
loved Aqua Teen Hunger Force with Carl.
Yeah.
Hey, Fry Man, you want to explain what happened to my car?
And then Robot Chicken.
Yep. I have all of the Robot Chickens and all of the DC Robot Chicken specials and all of the Star Wars Robot Chicken specials on DVD over there. Yep. C-Lab 2020. That was always a great one.
You've redeemed yourself from the Megatron thing.
I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't count.
I would have been too young to understand Generation 1 Transformers. I'm 45, so I would have been.
Well, I'm 50. I'm like you. We almost went to the same high school.
You're at the half century mark. I'm not there yet. So
yeah. I just turned 50 in May.
I'm getting there. It's true though. It's true. I'll tell everybody in this chat that isn't 40 yet. You hit a wall at 40. I don't care what it is.
Do.
It's like,
and it's a double brick wall.
Yeah, 45. It's like, it's weird because I remember I had to go on drugs to lose weight. There was a time when I was in my 30s and 20s. If I wanted to lose 20 pounds, give me 2 months. I'll have a problem. No problem.
Just skip a meal for 2 weeks.
Even that, like, it still wouldn't even work. It's weird. Like now your body like adjusts to that. And it's like goes into save itself mode.
Yeah.
You wake up every morning with
my 20-year-old son. So suck it, nerds.
Hey, my son's 23.
Read the chats.
I don't.
They're circling. The sharks are circling. The sharks are circling.
You know what? If somebody would have said that before you started showing all your DVD collection.
Yeah. Wait, hold on a second.
He's over there painting war figurines.
If you needed proof.
There's like 40,000 comic books. Those are 40,000 comic books. And then back there, I don't know if you can see it, but there are probably close to 20 cases of action figures and statues. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then over there,
I'm going to paint your jacket.
All of those are DVDs. Those are all cartoons and video games. Yeah, shut it. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care.
I think it's awesome. I'm not saying anything wrong with it, but
it's fantastic.
If somebody wanted to have a debate, you gave them all the evidence they needed.
Yeah.
You're just jealous.
And then he took out the stack of
I mean, I complimented him. I'm not a bully. I told him it's awesome.
No.
I'm just saying that if somebody wanted to have a debate about 50-year-old virgin,
Listen, don't be sorry for Aaron because he dishes it out just as much as he
oh, I know.
speaks it. That's it. Now we got him going on the next tangent. What is he gonna bring out now? He's going for the action figures. Yeah, Kim, I think he is.
What's this?
See?
Is that the Darth Vader? What is this? Darth
That
Vader.
is. Does it change your voice?
Yeah.
Eileen, can you
Oh,
change
like
his
that?
what
I'm
it
just
says
following.
underneath his name?
I like you now.
Can you say 50-year-old virgin instead of the curmudgeon?
Oh, I don't think I can.
The one
No,
thing
I
cool
don't
for like a
think so.
Star Wars nerd out nowadays is you can actually get like an app to do like a full James Earl
Yeah,
Jones.
right.
All right, I got one for you. Ready? Tell me what movie this is from. I'll give you a if you can tell me what movie this is from, I have to give you something. All right, what should I give you? What was that?
That's my dog telling me it's time to go.
Oh, all right.
Hey, you
All
don't
right.
board your dog.
I
too.
will. I'll give you one of my signed comic books if you can tell me what movie this is from. You ready? What movie is this hat from? My favorite movie in the whole world.
Deliverance.
Is what?
Deliverance. That's cool.
Deliverance?
Boy.
No, it's not from Deliverance. No, it is not Indiana Jones. This is not Indiana Jones's hat.
No, I wouldn't. You wouldn't have made it that easy.
Indiana Jones's hat is upstairs. It's not Indiana Jones's hat. It's from my favorite movie, and it's not Indiana Jones.
I don't know. Is that Doc Brown's hat from the 50s?
That's close, but no.
Jurassic Park.
Nope. 1980.
Inspector Gadget.
1983, I think.
Carmen Sandiego. Oh, Carmen Sandiego.
Where in the world is
It's Carmen Sandiego.
Oh, Dick
1984.
Tracy.
The movie came out in 1984.
Dick Tracy.
That's a little early for me. Dick
I'm
Tracy
surprised
would have been
nobody
early
has-
90s.
I'm surprised nobody's redone that movie.
What? Dick
I'm
Tracy?
surprised nobody's really done like
Dick Tracy.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit or something like that.
Yeah,
They got
that too.
They got no ideas nowadays. So
Nightmare
Because
on Elm
nobody can
Street.
replace Bob Hoskins.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nope.
The Ghost in the Darkness. Blues Brothers.
All right.
The alligator guy. What's his name?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
It was a good
Mannequin.
guess. All right, you ready? You give up? Does everybody give up?
The Shining.
Nope.
Oh, fuck it.
Nope.
What is it?
Glenn Close.
101 Dalmatians.
Yes.
You got it. No, just kidding.
I knew it.
Robert Duvall. I want to say, what is his name? Michael Madison, the dude from Kill Bill. What's his name?
If it's
Romancing
84,
the Stone.
if it's
Nope.
84, that's too early
Boom.
for Crocodile.
There you go. That girl got it. She knows.
Oh, is that the movie about the baseball bat?
Yep.
I wouldn't have recognized the hat, but if you had the baseball bat, I would have recognized it.
I actually have.
Oh my gosh. You got it?
Keevy did it. He did it again. Oh man.
He needs a
This
museum.
podcast.
He could like stop selling chemicals and just start selling
and
pop culture stuff.
I mean, well, he should have Thor. Jamie, hire him for a
Have an
podcast on just memorabilia.
eBay store.
I actually have the baseball signed by Roy Hobbs.
Oh, Roy Hobbs. That's his name, yeah.
Now batting number 9, Roy Hobbs.
Jamie,
Yeah.
come on.
He made a baseball bat out of a tree that was struck by lightning.
That his dad died underneath from a heart attack.
Yeah, it did, Wes.
The national ain't about podcasts. That's right.
So, Aaron, I think your next video on Phoenix should be a tour of whatever Wizard of Oz room you came out of.
They make
So we can
videos
go back
on
there.
Phoenix YouTube channel.
No, they don't. They don't. But this would be a great one.
What do you
For
want?
him to start. It's for you to start your YouTube channel with a video of whatever's behind that curtain back there.
Nobody wants to know what's behind that curtain.
I think you
I mean,
could. You have a pretty
people
good
do.
nest egg of stuff if you wanted to sell it.
Oh, dude, I mean, I've been collecting since I was 10 years old. Been collecting everything. I got the SDF one back. Do you remember what the SDF one was?
Keav did it again.
What he's talking about sunblock? What's he talking about?
The first bottle ever made. It's coming out,
Look,
guys.
I would say that's the sunblock we used in the 80s was SPF 1.
That's the SDF one. Super Space Dimensional Fortress. You might recognize this guy.
The first.
Skull Leader from Robotech. No?
I've heard of it.
Oh, and you know what, Eileen? This is for you in case you get you mouth.
Oh,
off
I
to
can't
me.
wait. I'm so excited.
You mouth off to me one more time.
We've got a request. Do you have a G.I. Joe flagship back there? Oh, look at that.
Oh, he's got the
Infinity, I got the Infinity Gauntlet. And
got the
I'm
gauntlet.
going to snuff you out of existence.
Could you at least have gotten one that you could snap your fingers with, though?
Well, I do have
No, Christy, don't be offended.
I do have the Hulk. I got the Hulk gloves.
Right, Rick.
They used to go Hulk smash. You can't see it because it's green screen. It's fine.
What do you
The
think about
Thanos
the?
mister.
What do you think about the Red Hulk movie? Or this
I think it's stupid. I thought it was
Dude.
stupid when they did it in the comic book.
And you know you see who the actor was?
Yeah, and they changed it because the original actor was that dude from from Civil War and all the in the comic books it's General Thunderbolt Ross, whatever his name is. It's Betsy Ross's dad, and it was the same guy that was in all of the other Avenger movies, and now they changed it. They changed it up. I don't know why they changed it up.
I forget his name. What's that actor's name?
I don't know.
He's the Red Hulk now. I forget his name.
The Rock?
The idea behind the Red Hulk was just dumb to begin with.
No, the Red Hulk guy's an older guy, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Thunderbolt Ross. Who plays the Red?
R.I.P. Betty White.
Who's leaving?
Thaddeus Ross.
Thaddeus Ross. Yeah, Thunderbolt Ross. But who's playing him now?
Isn't it Robert Redford or something like that? Or
Robert Redford was the head of Hydra in the. It looks like it's like Harrison Ford.
it's a Harrison Ford? Yeah, that's why I got mixed up.
Oh, get out of
Harrison
here!
Ford.
That trend. Nobody wanted to see an 80-year-old Indiana Jones, and nobody wants to see an 80-year-old Red Hulk.
I didn't think the last Indiana Jones was bad, but the Crystal Skull one was horrible.
Crystal Skull was wretched, and this last one was just god awful. Absolutely god awful. Like just take a big steamy steamer on childhood heroes. Go for it. You got money for comic books. DVD sets. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you know this, but
How do you think he supports it? He's got to have cheap players.
2016, everything stopped for me. And then 2021, when Phoenix launched, I haven't been able to the only vacations that I've ever taken since I started Phoenix was
Vegas.
Southern Detailers Conference, SEMA. I get to go to Orlando this year. Oh yeah, but it's for the MTE. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, I got no money for triggers.
MTE is going to be fun. I'm telling you, I'm going to do my best to get out and have a little more fun than I did at
Good.
SEMA.
I'm going to be
Tim's like-
rooming with Hawaii Tim, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah,
I'll
well,
probably
Hawaii 10 is vowed to knock on my door all day long until I
come
get
and
out.
knock on my door.
He says, I'm getting you out. I said, that's why I'm coming, because it's not like SEMA. I'm not there for content, really. Nobody's going to watch that video.
Right.
I'll probably make one, but just going around the exhibit hall, but nobody, that video's not, nobody's going to watch it. It's there mainly to meet everybody, have fun, kick around.
Yeah, I want to eat. I want to
Yeah.
eat stuff. I want to go and do stuff and hang out. Listen, Christian from BioBombs is a good time. The dude knows how to relax. He knows how to work a crowd. He knows how to carry a conversation. He's a good time. Like, definitely worth hanging out with him at least one night, if not all the nights. He's a good time.
We'll figure it out. I'm going up there, coming down Thursday. I'm leaving Sunday, so
I'll be coming in Thursday morning and leaving Friday night.
oh wow.
No, Saturday night.
Yeah.
Saturday night. Yeah.
Did you and Tim get like a honeymoon suite or something?
I don't know. He said he's going to surprise me.
When I was booking it, originally my wife, we were thinking about wife coming down with me. I said, well, you're going to be bored because I'm just going to be at the thing the whole time and shooting a crap with a bunch of detailers, talking about things that you haven't could care less about.
And that's exactly.
So I decided not to get a better room.
Yeah, I said to her, why don't you come down with me? We can, we'll do it's Orlando. And she was just like, and then you're going to go off and hang out with your dumb friends. So no.
So that's what happens, because normally like MTV would be my first time for me, but normally it would be Beamer Invasion, a BMW Invasion in Orlando. Usually happens President's Day weekend. It's about 2 or 3 weeks after MTE in Orlando. And I would go every year for that. It's always the winter break for my kids. So we would always go down there. The kids would go to a park while I'm doing car guy stuff the whole weekend. And it's just like, well, we're here, but we're really not doing anything together.
Yeah.
So this year I decided to do MTE instead of that. So I only have so many vacation days in a year that I can use. And I got a feeling I got a lot of collab opportunities coming this year, and I have to save my days.
I got the Lancaster Archery Classic coming up here like the second to last week of January. And then I'm going straight to MTE. So it's going to be January is going to be tight.
So it's like Lancaster, PA.
Yeah.
So you're in Amish country, huh?
Well, the tournament is, it's a big archery tournament. It's an indoor, it's like one of the largest indoor archery tournaments on the East Coast. The Lancaster Archery Classic, I think is what it's called. And I have a couple of clients that use my products on their weaponry. And so I go out there to represent.
Wow. Rick is going in on you on the chat.
Yeah, I ignore him.
Hey, Sock's not going to have a door either. So everybody's going to be able to see that.
So I can demonstrate a rim job for Tim and Aaron. I don't even know what that means, but that's cool. Cool, Rick. That's cool, Rick. Hopefully your wife will let you come on down. That'll be nice. See you. He says he's going to try, but it's Rick.
Sock can show us how to take 45 minutes to polish a door.
Jeez. Chats are so brutal. That's cool. All right. So, Eileen, since you're so invested in this,
yes,
the second half of this conversation,
she's done scrolled 150 reels already.
right? Exactly. She's doing editing.
Yeah. I was just looking at Jamie. Jamie posted a video of off uses for his hard wash, acid wash, and all that. So I was just saving it so I could watch it after this.
Well, I'm glad that was more important than hanging out with us.
Whenever this
That's
is
cool.
over.
Watch it before that fad dies out. That
Oh, the fad.
that
Yes.
acid alkaline stuff.
Okay, Christy is out. Aaron, I hurt her feelings. How did I hurt her feelings? How did I hurt your feelings? I said that you got it right. She was the only one that got the natural right. I don't know what you mean.
Because you said that girl, you didn't say Christy.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Yes,
just remember, this is not the 80s. You can't say that.
I know. Just apologize.
I
You
apologize.
were too
I had no
excited.
idea.
He was excited about his his mask with the.
Well, not only
with
that,
the
but she's the only female in the
voice thing.
chat, like other than Kimberly. But I thought Kimberly signed off a while ago as
There's
well.
a bunch of females in the chat. You're not making it any better. I'm sorry. That's it.
Becca, there's Becca. Becca's here. She's watching YouTube while
That's
on
it.
YouTube.
My wife is here. She's not even watching. She's offended too.
Okay. All right. I'm a chauvinistic pig. I apologize.
That's it. That's all you had to do.
I am. What is the?
You don't have to
misogynistic.
you don't have to
I
do
am
all
chauvinistic.
that.
I'm a
Christy,
sexist.
I'm sorry.
I am. Look, I'm 1974. I get away with everything. So
this is why Eileen is here. Right?
I'm sorry. That's it.
What kind of babysitting fee do you charge?
It's written in our contract. I'm not allowed to talk about it. It's part of the whole NDA thing.
Yeah. David, actually, there's a better one that I go to. It's Miller's Smorgasbord. It's a lot better, and it's way less touristy. Same quality level of smorgasbordedness, but it's more user friendly. So yeah. I've been there though. I've been there a couple of times. The Shady Maple. It is if you've never been to a smorgasbord, Shady Maple. It's basically it. Do you remember when we were at SEMA and we did? Were you with us when we went to Caesar's Grand Buffet?
I wasn't invited.
Thor took us to the Caesar's Grand Buffet and ended up actually it should have been BioBombs took us to Caesar's Grand Buffet.
I don't have a podcast. I didn't get invited.
Wow. Well, I would if I was in charge. I would have invited you. Just so you know, those guys, those elitist pricks over there and at Thor. You know,
I would have made up some excuse not to go.
That's fair.
I would have just stayed in my hotel room and edited video.
Yeah, Uber Eats. But anyway, it's like as far as the eye can see, it's food, and with the smorgasbord, it's like that, but like 3 times bigger. Sunday. Hey, anybody know what the Steelers score is, by the way? Probably.
Can we not talk about it? I don't know. Let me Google it. That's one thing I didn't get through. Yeah.
Jamie, you're right. You cannot afford Keav.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
Aaron wasn't at his own booth. Rick, like, come on, man.
You know what? I think I was at the Thor booth more than Aaron was. I'm like, where's Aaron at?
All right. You know what? We're done. We're about done. We're done.
You know what? It's funny though. Like we were at the booth and like they're just giving away like Christian's samples left and right. Yeah. And then towards the end, Aaron's like, I don't have any samples again.
So here's like the first and foremost, it was dropped on me 2 weeks before the show. Hey, we want you to come to SEMA. And it took a lot of convincing from BioBombs for me to even go. And there really wasn't a whole lot of communication. I didn't know what I was supposed to do, what I was supposed to bring, any of that stuff. So we just kind of winged it. And I was told that Tuesday was, basically the scrubs were going to be off screen. And they were going to do a whole bunch of interviews, with the big shots like Pan and Thor and those guys were going to be doing interviews. And it wasn't going to be until Thursday that they were going to give us any attention. And then you weren't allowed to give anything away until Friday. So I'm like, I brought enough for Friday. For as many people as I could on Friday. And I figured you could just pretty much F off until Thursday. But we got there on Tuesday and we were front and center. And so like I was right there in the middle of everything Tuesday and Wednesday. And then by the time Thursday rolled around, when we were actually supposed to be doing our job, like everything had snowed into Thursday. And so Papa Smurf was like, hey, I need help doing this and I need help doing that. Can you come with me? I want to check it. We got to go talk to Beard Hunter over in West Hall. So I was like, yeah, let's go to West Hall. And West Hall is like a million miles away and it's on another island and it's just crazy. And I think we were gone for hours and I didn't, just gone. And I got lost. I ended up having an old black man led me home to the North Hall because I was so turned around. It was bananas.
That's why
what's that?
I went off and filmed for Pan because Pan couldn't leave the booth for too long because the lines started building up. But that's why I filmed for him, because he wasn't gonna have to do any direction. I knew how to film and exactly what he needed.
Yeah.
We went to the West Hall, knocked out a bunch of videos, and got back like within an hour or so.
Yeah, but so we went to the West Hall, and then as I was walking down the street, I saw that they had a skywalk, and I'm like, well, there's the West Hall, and it connects to the West Hall, and then there's the North Hall where we're at, and it connects to the North Hall. So on the way back, I'll just take the skywalk, and that'll bring me right back to where I want to be. So we ended up going to West Hall and then talking to like 19 different people, because Eric has the communication skills of an amoeba. And so, I want to go see this. Oh, and I forgot. I need to go. Can you help me interview? All right, fine. So he ended up interviewing like 4 or 5 different people that he really needed to talk to this guy. Oh, I really needed to talk to that guy. And then his light people and anybody else that he's sucked off since he started doing videos. And then we were going across the skywalk. The skywalk doesn't take you to the West Hall. It takes you to Center Hall.
Yep.
And there's nowhere to go. It's like as soon as you go across the skywalk, you enter into this tunnel, and there's no windows, there's no doors, there's no nothing, and you just walk down this endless tunnel.
Yep.
And
come
then
out right where the restaurant is.
Yeah, but there, right before you make that turn, there's a sign that says "Hotel that way," and I'm like, all right, I know that Westgate is pretty much attached to West Hall, so I'm just going to head towards the hotel. And that's where I ended up meeting my spirit animal, and he ended up like, okay, we need to go down the escalator here, and we need to go in there. And he finally brought me back. But at that point, the damage was done, and Jamie has never let me hear the end of it because, there was a line out the door to see Phoenix, and you weren't there. And
hey, listen. This guy, Jamie, went out to get food and didn't have his badge.
Okay.
He couldn't get back into the North Hall. Him and Pan.
Ouch.
Pan pulled the subscriber card. He goes, I have 1 million subscribers.
Do you know who I am? Do you not know who I am?
He's like, here's a picture of me taking pictures at the booth. Here's pictures of it. He's for proof. And Jamie's over like, if I can't get in, I can't get in. I don't care. I'm just here. They let us in.
That sounds like Jamie. That sounds like Jamie.
He's just like, whatever.
In that southern draw, I guess it is what it is.
He could have walked right in and they would have said nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
But that lady, she had it out for Pan. She's like, you can't get in here. And she was, man, he had to convince her. He had to have pictures of him at the booth.
I have 100 million subscribers. This is like, ridiculous.
I'm media. I do wherever I want.
I was ready to sleep outside. I believe it. By the time, my ankle, like I know that one of those nights, Papa Smurf and Adrian and Biobombs, they were partying until like 4 a.m. and I had punched out midnight best. I was like, my ankle can't take it. I gotta go. And I went back to the hotel and just.
All I know is this podcast, Eileen, you will not need a melatonin to go to bed tonight.
Oh no, I'm just gonna replay it.
F this. I'm out. All right, here we go. All right, Keav, it was great. Thank you for.
I'm gonna watch the acid wash video.
Corner 46 in the hole. Thank you so much, everybody, growing out. A million places you could be on Saturday night. You decided to come out here to Curmudgeon's Corner. It was really grateful, and everybody, thanks so much.
Don't forget the cookies.
Don't forget the cookies. 47 comes in 2 weeks, and then we have Carlos, I believe, is his rain check. Is that correct? Are we doing Carlos in 2 weeks?
Yes, that is right. The 25th.
Hey, do me a favor. Wear all orange.
I got something. I got something over there just for him. Don't worry.
All orange and ski goggles.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I could probably come up with that. I could probably do something. I got some stuff. I could probably do it. I could probably pull it off. Anyway, Curmudgeon's Corner 47 on the 25th of January. That would be in 2 weeks. I don't know. That's pretty much all I got. We can run through the. You want to run through the banter real quick?
Yeah. West Coast, get it from I am.
Well, hold on, wait. Before you do that, Michael, where can people find you if they just now discovered you?
They can search broken foam cannons on Google.
There you go.
Broken phone cannons.
Cars with Keav. Facebook,
Cars with
Instagram, carswithkeav.com, whatever.
There you go. Broken foam cannons on Google.
Yeah.
All right. Cars with Keav. That's all one word on Instagram. And I would assume it is at Cars with Keav, all one word on YouTube. And then Eileen can be found at getsoclean.com and soclean_detailing on Instagram. You can email her directly at info@getsoclean.com. Make sure you follow her on YouTube at So Clean Detailing. And then, of course, you can use Eileen 10 for 10% off everything site-wide at Phoenix E.O.D. We don't do
code Cars with Keav at Thor.
What's that? Cars with Keav at Thor for
Cars with Keav. That is the best of all the 10% offs.
Okay.
I can't tell you. There's a minuscule amount difference. It's like 10.00001% more. You get,
but it's enough
more off than everybody else. It rounds down, but it's there.
All right.
Yeah, let's see that. All
right. So as far as finding Phoenix all around the world, we have West Coast distribution at indetailedaf.com. That's Adrian, excellent fellow. Midwest distribution at fabdetailandsupplies.com. Southeast distribution would be shinylightdetailing.com/store. Worldwide distribution, you can get us at carzilla.ca, or it'll soon be .com because it'll be the 51st state. United Kingdom into detailing.co.uk, and our good friend Andrew over at osprodetailing.com.au. And then, of course, globally, the House of Rags, everywhere you are at www.thehouseofrags.com.
Not only that, Outdoor Detailer, if you use my code from Thor, it comes unpacked. It'll come in a 25 by 25 box with a 16-ounce bottle inside of it.
Wow.
There you go.
Pretty exciting. I like that.
I mean, you get to use the box for something else later.
Suicide prevention and crisis counseling resources. If you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, seek help from a professional and call 988. The United States' first nationwide 3-digit mental health crisis hotline, 988, will connect callers with trained mental health counselors. Text HOME to 741-741 in the U.S. and Canada to reach the crisis text line. Also, the Association, Psychiatric Association, American Psychiatric Association.org, APA.org, topics if you're dealing with anything, any kind of crisis, be it from gambling to substance abuse or whatever. This is where you will be able to find the resources you need to connect you with whatever it is that you are dealing with. Stay alert. Don't forget about human trafficking. Stay alert. If you see something, say something. Make sure you follow us at Curmudgeon's Corner Pod on Instagram. Eileen is amazing at keeping things up to date, letting you know exactly what is happening in the Curmudgeon's Corner world. And I think that's about it. Other than that, I guess we'll see you at 47 in 2 weeks with Carlos. Make sure you bring something orange. Keav, again, you are a rock star. I really appreciate you making time for us. I know that you do have a very busy circuit these days, and you're appearing on everybody's podcast. Last but not least, this Thursday, we're going to be doing the Brian Spittler podcast immediately following Thor's Thursday's podcast, the new No Direction Detail podcast, which is basically just Brian and I acting stupid, which is a lot of fun because we were given zero direction and we didn't want any. So make sure you come out on Thursday and see how it goes. Other than that,
Kimberly MC, that Ego pressure washer is like a 2000 PSI single battery, I believe. Ego pressure washer.
Is that good? Is that good?
I mean, we won't know yet until I drop it.
Oh, Drop it like it's hot. Drop it
I won't
like
drop
it's
that.
hot.
I won't drop
Don't
that.
drop it. It's too expensive.
That's
to
a big
drop.
difference between this time last year and this year. Like last year when I got that ego, I literally had to sell it immediately to have the capital to keep making videos. And then
Wow.
everything grew up over the spring, and now I just do whatever now. A little more freedom. I'm not worried
Alrighty.
about if I spend this much money on a video that I'm going to be like, I can't make the next one.
Right.
So that's nice.
It's growth.
All right, everybody. Well, from everybody here at the Curmudgeon's Corner, Eileen, thanks for coming out on a Saturday night. Michael,
Thank you.
as always, thank you.
Peace.
It's been a real
Thank you,
pleasure.
Keith.
And I guess we will see you guys in 2. Have a good night.